Interesting. Yeah.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling. We'll figure out where we want to start the.
Do you
It's
wanna
not.
do an
It's not
intro?
live
Do
or
you have an
anything.
intro?
Yeah. Hi guys. Listen.
Welcome back to the Taylor Schwilling
Everyone
experience.
shows up. They're all like, "Oh, what's this about?" You have an intro, and I'm like, "Listen, I have a table
No, let's make an intro.
and a light that caught on fire
Dude,
earlier."
let's make
okay.
an intro. Let's make an intro.
Ready?
Let's do an
What do you
intro.
want to call it? Let's call it the Brick Wall Podcast.
That's it's just
all intents and purposes.
What's your podcast called? See, we're hitting all the questions. We're gonna this is gonna be good.
Yeah. So just say welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Taylor Schwilling.
No, that's why. Why would I do that?
Because it fits with the norms. Unless you want to be different.
I want to fit with the McDonald's. Okay.
No.
Okay.
And we're on, folks.
Hello again, guys. We got a sign here. If you can't read the blurry sign, we've got Kyle Cumberland in the studio. Yes, we've got Phil Andrews.
Hey.
How long have you been doing comedy, Kyle? How long?
Coming up on a year and a half.
Nice. How does it feel? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse than when you started? Where are you on your Dunning-Kruger deal? What's
I
happening?
feel much better.
That's
I mean,
good.
before stand-up, I was not doing a whole lot.
Gotcha.
So it's good to be doing it.
Nice. Good deal. Cat.
That's
Hey, Cat. It's freezing outside. You don't need to go outside.
cute cat.
It is a cute cat.
You should get a meow sound effect. Pencil that in.
If anyone
we'll get
talks
that
for
on there.
longer than a minute, we just.
Yeah.
And that's over.
We need a little pen
All
light that I can
right.
just flash at people.
Keep it going.
Just speak a language they understand. You gotta get a light. Okay. That's how you know when you're finished. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
that over there now. This can, if people are, okay. We're introing the show, guys. Is what I'm learning we're supposed to do. This feels off.
That's
I'm
okay.
realizing I'm not wearing a vest. There's a cat meowing.
You're not wearing a
Good.
vest?
You're gonna have to what?
He's off his
All right, who are you and what have you done with Taylor Schwilling?
Let's listen.
Yeah, you're sitting on a chair and on a stool. I'm very uncomfortable.
That's a
right
good
now.
point. That's a good point. Have you ever sat on a stage stool? Have you ever walked over to that thing and not
done
just set notes on it? Okay.
What does it give you, like a feeling of power? What does it do?
No,
to you?
it lets me sit down. Okay, it's you get to. I do most of my talking to people sitting down, Kyle. Okay, I'm not a very active person. I have an active job. When I'm not working, I'm sitting down. Okay.
Understand.
I respect that.
I should probably stand up at comedy more and be like, no, we're working now. Okay.
This is a chore. This is a
People are-
job for me.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying myself, and you will not either. I agree. It's a good way to do it. I've thought about sitting down many a time in my whole 2.5 months, and
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'd rather just lean on
It
the
is
mic
weird.
stand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaning on the mic. How do you feel about leaning on the mic stand, Kyle?
You know,
You've got your arm
Sam Rill-
locked behind your back.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like you kind of pick up on who you watch. I do
Gotcha.
very much the Bargatze hand behind the back. I've been told by Lynn Navertil,
Mhm.
shout out, that is despicable, and I should stop doing it. And it looks like I'm messing with my butt.
Really? That's what he says?
That's what he says.
Holy
Interesting.
shit.
I just figured that you did fencing in high school or something.
All right. This is fun. No. I did a hand behind the back. A lot of Pat after he saw Sam Morrill, because Sam Morrill is a big.
Okay, yeah.
He leans on the mic stand. Pat was doing that
Yeah.
for a while. Some people sit. I don't know. It's all personal preference. We're all pretty much just doing what we watch other people do.
True.
Yeah. Which
Absolutely.
is why we need to start doing something different. I mean,
Yeah.
Phil, just sit I don't know, what are they? Meditations.
Yeah, I'm thinking about starting and doing it on a handstand, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I feel like that might be
The
something
cat's, playing with
creative.
the cord.
you know? I don't know. I think that could really draw eyes. You know,
Oh,
it's like,
with your eyes.
come see Phil do 2 minutes of comedy standing on his head before he passes out. You know?
I'm gonna start just doing like the hip youth pastor where I just like sit on the edge of the stage.
You're like,
Lean in, guys.
Yeah.
dude, I fucking love that shit. You have to repeat every like important point twice though. You'd be like, you know, God's love for us is a lot like a cherry tree.
Yeah, fuck tags.
cherry
Just
tree.
say the punchline twice. Okay.
Full of shame and hoping I never have to use it. Full of shame. No one will get that, but that's fine.
It's fine. What, you think that there's anybody who doesn't like
Oh,
personally
it's,
know me who's watching this?
Anyone who's watching this podcast has seen you do stand-up 25 times.
Hey, shout out to whoever's watching this podcast. You rule.
I'll tell you what, Phil is having a time.
Phil is having a time with
Soundboard
this.
is
I'm
amazing.
questioning I should have built more buttons for it. Okay, listen.
Then the
that's
whole
what I'm finding
6.
out.
That's okay.
The whole 6. We got 6 buttons. One of them is useless.
Which one?
The cash register.
Nah,
sound.
the cash
You haven't used it
register's
once.
fire.
It sound okay.
No, it's fine.
We'll get there. We'll get
I'll
there.
find a
guys.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just setting up cards to look at and ask people once there's lulls, like now.
Yeah. Personally,
And,
back to the original topic.
Yeah, what's
I
the
like
original
the hand
topic?
behind the back.
Oh yeah. It works.
I think that's like, with the couple of times there have been no mic stand to lean on, talking to you, Jay Petty, not having a fucking mic stand at your Rent Stew show, I just put my hand in my pocket, and honestly, that felt really comfortable. You know, it's just finding a way to stand that's not like one hand awkwardly drooping to your side,
Right.
you know?
Dude.
Because that's weird.
Oh, Connor Don, if you ever watch his other hand when it's like he's doing like gang signs with it. Dude, one time I pulled up to Jay Petty's, this was Rent's Due, right, at Cinder Block, right? And he rolls up 5 minutes before the show starts, and he's like, I forgot the sound bar. So there's no mic, there's no like, there's no sound.
Are you
And we're like,
serious?
luckily, the bar or whatever had one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were safe, but that's the
Wait.
Jay Petty experience, okay?
I said there was no mic.
There's no mic, and there
There was a
no,
bar that just had a microphone.
Yeah, because they probably do like
Just
music
like some
shows.
singer-songwriter had
just-
left their one microphone that they had saved up for.
You have Kyle up there with both his hands behind his back. It's like,
projecting.
drove by dirt and...
That's funny.
That's what those guys with the theater experience win, you know? They're like, I can do it without a microphone. They're just singing their jokes, you know?
That's pretty good. But yeah, hey Kyle.
I want let me tell you, when we're all big and famous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What I want is I want to go to a club and say, hey, we're gonna cut the mic stand. When I get out there, I just want you to drop the mic from the ceiling as if
Nice.
this is an MMA event. I said some Bruce Buffer before boxing.
That'd be fun.
Just for the most monotone 45 minutes of comedy. It's like grand entrance.
Have them like,
Guys.
introduce you as if you were a fighter. And they're like, in the red corner.
That's what they were doing. Were either of you guys at the Chappelle thing? At the,
No.
at the T-Mobile Center?
Yeah. They brought their guys in like it was a
Yeah.
fucking WWE
Yeah, they
event.
did,
It was-
dude. They
it was
had a
crazy. It
DJ
was
and
weird.
everything.
Yeah.
And Chappelle fucking
I was
walked
expecting by the
out.
time Chappelle came out, I thought he'd have like a robe and like. it
No.
was-
He had on like this sleeveless hoodie.
Yeah.
Right? I guess he's been working out. Good for him. He's an old dude, you know? And he did a whole walk up, like from the entrance all the way around to the stage. And the whole time they're bumping rap music and he's like walking like he's about to fucking fight somebody. It was so cool, dude. Fucking sick. And then he just sat down on the stool, you know?
He sat down and bummed for an hour, and I didn't care for that.
But the intro was sick. Okay.
It was fine. It was fine. I don't know. I had mixed feelings about that show. It was. I was in the car literally on the way to the show, and I was like, okay, as long as it's jokes, okay? Because I was like, listen, I'm here for like going to listen to somebody just read their manifesto for an hour. other times, but like let's just hope that it's just jokes. And then we get there, and then on the little Chirons thing, they're like, oh, the Netflix, and then they show what the title of the special when it hits Netflix is gonna be, and it says the Idiot's Manifest, the Lunatic's Manifesto. And I was just like, okay, this is what we're doing for the next 25 minutes.
Okay, but he didn't. He
fine.
didn't do that though. I thought off of like his last 2 specials, after his whole like, oh, I need to make sure I'm cool with the trans community and all that shit, dude. I thought he did like mostly jokes.
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes of listen. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna talk about not talking about it for a minute, guys.
And
okay,
then,
and then we're all gonna move on and talk about people in wheelchairs. Okay.
Yeah, and fucking just like, dude, hard R's right off the bat. He did a whole like 5 minutes on Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, yeah.
And how the character's name is N-word Jim. And he's like, I don't know why they made Jim the black guy, because if I met somebody named Huckleberry, I know they were black, you know? And it was fucking, he killed me. I was dying in the nosebleeds, dude, let me tell you.
Kyle, which technology should not have been invented?
The metaverse. You know where I'm at right now with
Yeah.
technology? I am very much, you know how old people are like, these phones, we need to stop. I am like that with like the metaverse and like I'm like, all right guys, haven't we got it, dude. I don't need the Oculus goggles. We have Xboxes, we have PlayStations. I don't need a second one.
You don't want an
very
Xbox in your head.
Exactly. I don't. I waste so much time on the current technology. I don't need a whole other world.
Yeah. Also, like, the outdoors are still there.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So I feel like everybody that has an Oculus does need to go outside.
Touch some grass.
Yeah, dude, literally. Like, go fucking camp just one night, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can spend a whole week in your virtual reality after that. But I challenge you, please.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is just as stimulating, if not more, to be like a little bit in fear for your safety for 24 hours, than to be sitting there like, oh, well, you can fucking watch porn on this in 3D. You know, like, dude, come on.
Oh, you can be in fear for your safety for that. You can get pretty dehydrated. Okay, listen.
Yeah, I'm sure you would know.
I don't know. It was exciting when it was like, oh, you fight zombies, fight robots, and then as soon as people started talking about, no, you need to care about real estate in this place. I was like, what? This is just we're recreating real life
and
all over again.
That's crazy. Because with the VR thing, it's like the universe the places you can go to are endless.
Yeah.
So why would you care about taking your acre of land in this never-ending universe? You know, like they're not going to stop it. There's not going to be borders on that. That's the whole point of VR, right? Is like it's endless fun.
Kind of,
you know?
yeah.
So why are you trying to buy up land when there literally will be more? You know.
Yeah.
Like buy real estate, you know? So like, I don't know. It seems fucking stupid. Can we say retarded on this?
Yeah.
It's retarded.
It's up to you.
Sorry.
Can we? What's the?
Safety in 10 years, Phil. I would.
Okay, I redact that statement.
Where's the Jurassic Park quote?
Can you bleep that?
No.
Oh, okay. In that case, what I said was, he's such a fucking tard.
Jeez. There it is. It's good. The Roblox is the right sound effect to put over them.
Oh, yeah. That's
Absolutely.
Roblox?
That's Roblox.
I just have known it from being like a famous meme mode. I didn't know it was Roblox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it came from. Yeah.
I didn't know that until today because he referenced it as a Roblox sound because I didn't play
You didn't know.
Roblox.
See, I
I
didn't.
was a Minecraft kid, okay?
Oh, Minecraft.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
was too. I never played Roblox,
Yeah.
but I always knew that was like, I don't know.
It's the Roblox sound.
That's what I get for hanging out with other homeschoolers, man.
Yeah.
They were all Roblox kids.
That's because Roblox was the free one, right? Like Minecraft, you had to convince your mom back in the day to
Yeah,
spend
like
like
30
almost
bucks.
$30. Yeah, that's on
It was $30.
on cubes.
I want to say it was
Yeah.
$29.99.
Yeah. That was when it was in
I
beta,
bought it
dude.
a while ago, so I don't remember. It was-
It's pretty cheap compared to most video games.
What was the first version
Yeah.
of Minecraft that you played? Do you remember what beta you were in? Were we on full release yet?
I remember it was in 4th grade.
Okay,
That was the first time I played computer.
nice.
I got into Pocket Edition. and
Okay,
then,
okay, so we were at Pocket Edition by then.
Pocket
Okay.
Edition, and then I played computer. So I don't know what that was. 4th grade for me. I don't even know what year that would have been.
Yeah.
That was 1 year before Obama got elected for the second time. So I think 2011.
Gotcha.
Don't quote me on it.
Gotcha.
I remember everything in my years it is from Obama being elected for the second and first time.
Nice.
Yeah, he remembers that because it was such a traumatic experience for him.
Dude, okay, so
Okay.
5th grade, right? Obama was running for
Here,
re-election.
lean in on your mic just a little bit.
Oh, okay. 5th grade.
Hey, put one arm behind your back.
I love how he was like doing it sarcastically, but you could almost clock on his face the minute that he heard in his headphones. Oh shit, I can
Yeah.
hear. Like,
I haven't been talking this whole episode, have I? No,
you have been.
All right, 5th grade. Obama's running for re-election. I don't know if you know much about my household. Weren't big fans. Okay, so my mom, she told me this for the first time and the second time. She was like, you have to go to bed at like 10, whatever your bedtime is, you know.
Yeah.
But you don't know the results of the election until midnight. I was like, well, I'm going to miss out on all this fun about the election. She was like, well, we'll wake you up. We'll wake you up just to let you know if Obama, like, lost, okay? So if you wake up in the morning, you know that, like, if you don't get waken up in the middle of the night, this was their plan,
No
right?
news is good news
So
was their idea.
I remember waking up.
That's awful.
I remember waking up that morning and just being like, we lost, you know, like I remember being like, this is devastating. Like I took it very personally. It's just funny to me because I was in 5th grade.
Yeah. Well, no, but yeah. It's
It's a family affair at my house.
It's what you've heard people talking on the phones with your grandparents about over the last 3 months.
Yeah.
It's low chaos.
I mean, my family wasn't happy about it when it happened either. You know, they used to be Republicans. You know, they like
2020 changed.
They were like, for the early years of my life, 100% Republicans.
Okay.
I remember like my mom referred to Obama. And my uncle told me this. He was like, you know, your mom used to call him the baby killer, right? I was like, yeah, it's crazy, you know. But no, it was the same deal. When
I also had a nickname for it, but I'm not going to say it on this podcast.
Well, you know, we've all got family things going on. Okay.
This is gonna be the first edited episode of the podcast, guys. This is
hell
gonna
yeah.
be.
Is that the camera?
That is the camera.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I like
Pull
it.
There's not a red light on it. So.
What do the pros say? Can we edit that out?
What? That's what the pros say. Yeah. Phil, do you ever enjoy the experience of emotional pain?
That's deep.
All right.
Like, I mean, it can be a learning experience. So yes, but not while it's happening.
Not while it's happening.
Not while it's afterwards. When you have time to like look back on something that hurts you emotionally, I enjoy that because it's like, oh, I can understand why this sucked. Excuse me. How can I not make it suck again? You know? And when you figure that out, that's an enjoyable experience. Yeah.
Interesting. Just finding out progressively that I'm a worse and worse person as I'm doing this podcast and playing this game because I have yet to find anyone who answers differently than that.
Yeah.
Really? Because
and
you're
I'm
talking to two blatant assholes.
That's right.
No
Yeah, and yet
offense,
you're still
right
both
now.
passing the Turing test better than I do when I play the same game. So, and also, hey, Kyle's a pleasant guy. Okay, guys.
I was just being a dick.
Yeah, you're good.
Kyle, I
You're good.
love you. Hey, shout out Kyle Cumberland. Rest in peace. Free the homie.
We're shouting out Kyle Cumberland right in front of him. We're like, we wish he could have made it, Kyle. It's
Free my boy.
we hope you feel
Yeah.
better soon.
Hey, he didn't do nothing. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a question for that, Kyle. Since you're up, where's this? I might just remember it. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Hey Kyle, would you rather be raped or
Holy.
or falsely but convincingly accused of rape?
That's a brutal question. I mean,
www.askhole.io if you want to ask your
can
friends
the
these.
second one occur like, what's the word? Posthuman?
Posthumously? You want to die and then have people be like, wait, the second one you said?
That is the most optimal because being raped would be brutal.
I feel like that would be the one you would be like, can this happen posthumously?
It's true. I don't think it's the same. Because being raped would be brutal, but then like, let's say I'm 21, if I'm falsely accused, but convincingly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't rape someone, but everyone was convinced.
You'll know
I
you
did.
didn't do it, but you're going to be the only
My
one.
future would be
destroyed.
Destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
yeah.
let's say even if it happens later in my life when I'm 35 and I have like a wife and kids, future also destroyed. She'd probably divorce, lose custody of the kids.
Yeah.
But if I could die, just live a good life, because I wouldn't have raped someone at that point.
Sure. Yeah.
My legacy would be tarnished. But what legacy am I gonna have? I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter once the story breaks, dude. Okay.
It doesn't matter. They would just be like, he's the worst.
Yeah.
You
I want to be
imagine?
there to defend myself, but I also want to be there to. But I didn't do it, so.
Yeah.
You know, like in
That's-
movies at the weddings when they're like, if you oppose this, speak now, or forever hold your
That's when it
peace.
happens.
And someone like runs down the aisle. It's like Kyle's funeral, and some bitch just runs down the aisle.
rapes
She's
him,
like,
yeah,
no,
that's
he raped me. Yeah, or that. Yeah. He's just enjoying it from beyond the grave. It's like, yeah.
You thought getting
Take
left
that
at the
shit.
altar was the worst thing that could happen
No,
to you.
no. Now I have a new great fear.
Getting raped at the coffin.
That's why you keep the casket closed, guys.
Oh. You just keep the bottom half open if you're a hopeful individual. Oh, no.
That is, yeah. Phil, what relatively common experience have you never had?
Watching the movie Shrek.
Really? Haven't
Yeah.
watched it? Lucky
Never.
bastard. Okay.
Never.
Oh.
And I refuse to now because everybody has the same reaction when I tell them I haven't seen Shrek.
me?
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, and I think it's hilarious
It's not
that
worth
people
it.
get so like
You're wrong.
they get their they get so fucking worked up over not seeing one fucking movie. You know?
What's your best 60-second pitch for why someone should watch Shrek?
It was made in 2001, right?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
around.
It's a solid romantic comedy. It's animated. It's just got a good plot line. It's one of those movies where the story is like, I love like movies like that, like Kung Fu Panda for one. It's like this tale.
Fire.
It's this tale about a dude who kind of got burned early in life. He becomes bad and he seeks revenge. And then it's this other, that's the subplot. The main plot is about a guy who's kind of been a bum his whole life.
Yeah.
Who has to believe in himself to unlock this. I don't know. I love that movie. It's that same like kind of in that same vein that I love Shrek. It's just it's a quality movie. It's got a great side like comedy relief character, and it has some deeper. I like animated because it's easier to fit in those like I don't know, deeper meanings, but they're like, it's an animated, so you don't notice.
Right.
Them. They're not as like.
You don't have to feel like you're learning
cliche
anything.
or- yeah, exactly. You don't have to feel. It's like, it's about Shrek. But yeah, I love Shrek. It's a good flick.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm still not gonna watch it. but-
I'm just poisoned against it because I got sat down for a marathon of the Shrek movies by someone who unironically lists Shrek as their favorite movie of all
Oh
time.
God,
And
what
I
was her
like,
name? Because I know that wasn't amazing.
But
But I'm right.
No,
it
yeah,
wasn't
you're
a
absolutely
man.
correct. Yeah.
How did I know? Holy shit.
Because you're on the internet. It's
Yeah, and I've
those
spoken to
people
women.
exist off
Yeah.
the internet. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, in 8th grade,
Yeah.
I was.
Brutally raped.
Ah,
No, in 8th grade, I was in a Lord of the Rings fan club.
okay,
hell
yeah.
Good.
And we always talked. We never did it, but we talked about like over the summer getting together and just having a Lord of the Rings marathon with Hobbit included, because at that point all 3 of the Hobbits had been out.
Yeah.
That would have been like 20. I mean, that would have been insanely long.
Yeah.
Never did it. I don't think marathon or movie marathons like that are.
I don't think they're the greatest idea. Speaking
Yeah.
as someone who is just old enough to have been having those conversations when the Hobbit movies weren't out yet, so we actually had the marathon because it was just the
Oh,
Lord
no
of the Rings
kidding.
movies. Yeah, it's tiring.
Lord of the Rings. Some of the best though.
Oh, they're great. Yeah,
Yeah.
they still hold up. Some of the best VFX work to come out of the late
time.
90s, early aughts and still look decent.
And the plot. I mean, you watch all 3 of those movies,
yeah.
not necessarily at once, but in chronological order. Like it carries the whole way through.
Yeah.
I do not think that any of them were like noticeably worse than the others. Which like to do that with a trilogy, that's kind of hard to do. As
Yeah.
far as movies go. In my personal opinion. Also, I got a steal at a garage sale, all 3 boxed extended editions for like
Nice.
$5 when I was 12.
Oh,
That's lit, isn't
that's
it?
insane.
Yeah, they're still in the DVD cabinet in my parents' house. It's awesome. Yeah,
DVDs.
yeah, and it's 2 discs per because They're the extended editions.
Extended,
Okay.
come on.
You know, and some bonus content in each one. You know, so-
Some director's cuts. I'm not trying to brag.
yeah, and I have Lord of the Rings Risk at home too.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had Lord of the Rings Risk when I was a kid.
Hell yeah,
I don't
dude.
still have it, but I had asked for it for Christmas. That's how
Fuck
nerdy
yeah.
of a child I was.
Hey,
I
I
was
can't
9
blame
years
you.
old, and I was asking for Lord of the Rings Risk.
Like-
It was the only thing I was asking for Christmas that
Hell
year.
yeah. Can I try to one up you on nerdiness? When I was like 14, I asked for the Doctor Who Lego set for Christmas. Shit's still built in my closet right now.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That was a good set. The TARDIS, right? It has
Yeah.
the Matt Smith and the Peter Capaldi
Yes, it does.
minifigs.
Yes, it does. And
yeah,
You can
sonic
fold
screwdrivers.
the little TARDIS door
Yeah,
into
that's where it looks.
yeah.
It makes it. It's got the bigger on the inside.
$2
effect.
and a weeping angel.
Dude, that Weeping Angel is really good. I've made stop motion animations with the little Weeping Angel
Hell yeah.
minifig.
Do you have the
it's
set?
great. I had the set in
Gotcha.
2015, and it now exists in 193 separate parts in
Yep.
various plastic
Yep.
boxes in my apartment. So,
Makes sense.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Doctor Who special yesterday?
No.
It's all right.
I haven't gone back to that in a while.
David Tennant's back. Shout
Right.
out. Come on
and
the show. No.
fucking- yeah, hey, David Tennant, we would love to have you.
We would if you
let
have
you
your
use the
people
soundboard.
call. Yeah.
Listen, the only thing
I'll
I
put a
have
TARDIS
against,
sound.
the only thing I have against British people is their teeth. Okay, so thank you.
How many British people's teeth do you have?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Kyle, what are you waiting to hear from someone close to you? I feel like Kyle's getting more difficult questions.
He is,
Well,
dude.
Phil had that one early.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Emotional pain. Do you enjoy it?
what was the question?
Now that we have verified that you don't enjoy the experience of emotional pain, what are you waiting to hear from someone close to you?
It could be anyone.
Just someone close to you.
I don't know if I'm waiting on anything.
Really?
I
Interesting.
don't know. I have good people close to me.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I know. Like, what would be an example? Like, would that
I
just
have
be
no
like your
idea.
dad? I need to hear I love you more. So, like, I'm
Maybe.
proud of you.
Yeah.
That is my favorite Dustin Slentz joke. He wrote
Really?
it like about a month ago. He
Nice.
turned 36. Went on stage. He was like, just turned 36. Got a call from my mom. She was like, Dustin, we just want to let you know we're proud of everything you become, and you know we love you. And he was like, oh, thanks, Mom. Now make Dad say it.
It's pretty good.
But what if he was on here? What if this was a good? No.
Shout out Dustin.
Shout out Dustin. Funny guy.
He is. He is.
Incredibly skilled, in my opinion. Yeah.
I'd never laughed at a NASCAR joke before. I'll say that much.
True.
That was pretty good.
And now I've laughed at two.
The Dale Earnhardt 9/11 joke was a good time. I liked that one.
Absolutely. So, what are you waiting to hear from somebody close to you?
I mean, yeah, I'm doing all right.
Gotcha.
Everyone's very nice.
Nice.
So,
That's
nice.
good.
Good.
What about, do you guys have a cool answer? That is like a great question. I don't know.
I was just gonna make a joke and be like, "I'm proud of you, son."
Yeah.
But I actually have heard that.
I think Kyle was like, "What? Am I supposed to say something hacky
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my dad being
No,
proud of
I
me?"
mean, like, but honestly, I can't even say that seriously because my dad has been like weirdly supportive, specifically with the comedy stuff. Like when he saw that I started doing it and saw that I liked it, he was like, "Oh," like he was on board. So honestly, I can't think of anything. I don't know.
Nice.
You know, fucking. Maybe like, oh, I just Venmo'd you $200. I'd love to hear that from somebody close to me.
Man, you
I'm
are-
broke.
You are in a poor place when like you want to hear $200.
Yeah.
You could have said anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Taylor,
Fair
do you have
enough.
a good one? Do you
I
have a good
don't.
relationship with your father?
What's
that one like?
It's shout out. We'll get him on the show
Rob,
here
is it
soon.
Rob?
No. What?
Is it Rob?
No.
What's his name?
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Shout out Andy Schwilling.
Yeah.
Hop on the pod.
Yeah. Come debate theology with me. No.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
No. Yeah. It was. Yeah, we'll move on to a new card right after I say. And super supportive and all that, and haven't talked to him since I said maybe the Bible isn't true 100% of the time.
Oh.
Haven't heard from him. It's fine.
When was
Damn.
that?
What?
Was this years
Earlier
ago?
this year. No. It was earlier this year. Yeah. It was
Just stop calling.
kind
Here's a
of.
question for you, because you're a
What's
little
up?
older than me.
Yeah.
When did you move out of your parents' place?
17.
17. There's a backstory there. No. When do you so you move out of your parents' place, right?
Yeah.
How often do you call them? Because I'm still living with them. I talk to them like every day.
Yeah.
When I move out, do I have to is it like call once a week type of deal? Is it, what about like?
I don't know if I'm the best person to ask this question,
Clearly
but
not.
it's no, but
Just don't mention the Bible and call them once a week.
good advice. Solid
They call
advice.
You, Onnie?
Yeah, they will. They
She
will.
knows.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, just text back, call back.
Yep.
Yeah, hang out when they're like, "Hey, haven't seen you in a minute." Yeah, have lunches. It's good.
I was out for a year, and we still did like family dinner every week.
Oh, that's
Because
nice.
I lived with my brother, so he was out. My older sister's married, so she was out. So it was like, oh, come over once a week, free food, all that.
Oh.
Dude, if you make those twice a month, maybe, you're good. After that, like you said, respond to their texts. That's it. That's all. That's like what you need to do.
what you
You
need,
know.
yeah.
If
And
they
if there
have
are
a-
times genuinely where you want to talk to them, because obviously everybody does love their parents, you can get good advice from them because they're old.
Yeah.
Go over there and ask them for some fucking advice on something. They will have an answer for you. You know. Yeah.
This is good. Good advice.
Hey Phil, is incest wrong and should it be illegal?
Wow. I mean, that's wow.
Well, yes to the first one.
A little bit of a pause there, Phil.
Gotcha.
What's going on?
Okay, so
How many siblings do you have?
But like, what are we talking? Second
Who
cousins,
is your
first
sister
cou-
married to? That's all I'm
Good question. I plead the fifth. Yes, it is wrong, and yes, it should be illegal.
Gotcha.
But if you start dating somebody, because I've heard stories.
Ooh.
Excuse me. I've heard stories
Scary.
about this where they're like, oh, I was dating this person for a year, then we found out we were like third cousins. It's like.
It's only weird if you make it weird, is what you're
Well,
saying?
like that on that level, yes, but
Yeah.
nobody should be fucking their sister, or their brother, or their first cousin, or something. Like that's fucking weird.
It's a red
dude.
flag.
That's at the bare minimum, it's a red flag. In some states, it's a felony,
Yeah.
is what it is. So yes to both of those.
Nice.
It should be illegal. It is wrong.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first, folks. You didn't hear
Incest
it here
is
first.
wrong. And the Bible is right every once in a while.
It did get that one. So just to be a devil's advocate here.
Oh God! Oh no!
Please tell me
Guys, you heard
don't
it here
disagree.
first. Taylor fucked his cousin.
Yeah, no. I don't have enough cousins. Okay, listen. It's just not a good numbers game. That's what the.
more.
Sounds like if he had more hot cousins, he would be doing it.
I'd have more articulated thoughts on the matter, probably. Okay, because you'd have to think about it more. Okay.
Well, you would think about it more.
But you'd have to. Yeah. Listen, how many hot cousins do you have, Phil?
Like none.
How many? There we go. How much have you thought about whether incest is wrong?
And not often, because
Same.
I think it's wrong. Now,
Got a lot of-
granted, you didn't ask how many hot cousins do you wish you had, and
True.
my answer would have been 7. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point. Incest is wrong.
Yeah. What about it? What about it is wrong?
It goes against the fucking biology, dude. You'll fuck your kids up, bro.
Yeah. So what if you're having safe sex then? What if you're using condoms? You're being 100% safe.
Condoms break, brother, man.
Let's say for the hypothetical.
Not the
Let's
way
say
I
for the
use 'em.
hypothetical. Let's say you've got a brother and a sister, right? Okay, but I like just trying to see if I can make people's brains stutter on this one
Yeah,
because
do it.
I'm a problematic person. Let's say you've got a brother and a sister, right? They live an entire life. They both die. During the course of their lives, they had an ongoing consensual sexual relationship. They would like hook up at holidays and things and whatever the fuck. And they never have kids. They both die. Was what they were doing wrong?
First of all, you had a lot of detail to that. It sounds like it may have came from personal experience. Second of all,
I'm not dead, Phil.
Well, that's the problem. Hey, what are you doing for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's still wrong. And
Why?
in my humble opinion,
what's your rationale?
my rationale is like, dude, it's wrong to even be attracted to somebody that you know that well and that personally.
Interesting. So let's say that you're married to somebody who you're not related to. Over the course of the relationship, you get to know them more, better and more personally than your direct siblings. Does that relationship become wrong then?
No,
So
because
that's not what's wrong about incest,
over
right?
the course after you've matured mentally and physically.
Okay. Let's say that it's somebody who, let's say you're married to someone who you aren't related to, but you knew since both of you were like 3 years old.
Taylor
right?
Schwilling is an advocate for incest.
I'm not advocating for
everybody.
anything. I'm wondering where
You're looking for the argument and where it stops.
I was worried about Phil saying retard. And Taylor was like, all right.
Yeah, no, dude, it's still wrong. Like,
But
that
why?
Is, because you're
because it's
related to
gross?
that person, and there is something with like sibling, like sibling love, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Like that does not allow for like sexual deviation. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And if when
But you're
that
not-
does happen, it's deviation for a reason. Like that's just weird, dude. That's fucking
Yeah, but
weird.
weird translates to immoral then for you? Something can be
Sometimes,
weird
yeah.
enough that it just becomes wrong? That's interesting.
Sometimes,
That's
yeah.
interesting to me.
And-
Okay.
And it goes against, like, you don't need to be mixing the same DNA, bro. Even if you're doing it safely, you still do not need to be getting that close to mixing the same DNA.
Interesting. I'm not. I'll have conversations with people. I've played this game multiple times with multiple people, and there's an interesting. I always disagree because I'll agree to it should be illegal, but I'm iffy on is it by itself wrong. It's interesting because like I think that in most of the cases, it absolutely what. What?
So keep going.
Because I think that in most cases in the real world, once you're outside of thought experiments, the reason you want it to be illegal is because in most cases of incest, what's going on that's wrong isn't the incest. It's that usually it's abusive situations, right?
Yeah.
There's like it's usually like an older sibling or a parent who's abusing a younger sibling or a child, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's where you're like, okay, the practice of incest is wrong because in most cases where we find it, there's sexual abuse happening. But it's not the incest in that case that is wrong that's happening. It's the abuse and violation of agency, right? So, like...
I just think it goes against, like, human nature, you know? Like, it's
Well,
not
apparently it
normal.
doesn't,
Phil's
right?
argument
Well,
against incest is the same as his argument against homosexuality.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. I'm against homosexuality. I'm kidding, okay? But no, it's just, dude, that's not like, it just doesn't make sense. Like how
But
how
can something be
hard are
wrong
you,
because it doesn't make sense?
how hard are you struggling to get laid that you have to fuck your sister? Come on, bro. Get out there, dude. Tinder exists for a reason. Don't fuck your siblings, okay?
Well, but you're already having to like build other things around the incest itself to say that the incest is wrong. Though you're like, oh, this person is obviously just like trying to get laid somewhere, and they have no viable options, and so oh, you have to fuck your sister. What if they don't have to fuck their sister? What's happening? It's a
Then they're fucked in the head, dude. That's all. That's all.
What
that's
if they
happening.
pass a psych? Okay, yeah, fair enough. We'll get off this card
You have
because
too
I
many
feel like I'm the
arguments
only
for
person
this, bro.
enjoying this conversation.
Because I think Kyle, are you with me on this?
I'm with
Right?
Phil.
You're with
Yeah,
Phil.
it's-
But do you know
it's
why?
just-
What's your rationale?
I would say that you have different relationships with different people.
Gotcha.
You know, like you have a
Yeah.
relationship with your father. It's a little
Yeah.
different than the relationship. Well, you don't. But some people have relationships with their dad. Some people have different relationships with different people.
Yeah.
And I think that there is something to be said for, you can't that relationship shouldn't involve certain aspects of sex.
Why?
because it would ruin the when you bring sex into a relationship, it creates a different dynamic in that relationship.
Yes, it does.
The idea, so when you have sibling love, brotherly love, you know, you and your sister love each other. When you add sex, it creates something different that I don't think should be there.
Gotcha.
So maybe that it's not, but I would say that you when you have a good relationship with your sister, that's a special thing, and when you add sex into that, well, now you've created a different thing, and that's not good. You don't have
automatically.
I agree, but I'm gonna tack on to this that if you were to have sex with your sister, it would probably take away the automatic hate you have for siblings in general, and that's unhealthy. Okay, because I love my sister. I love my sister, but I hate her. Okay, with a fucking passion. My least favorite sibling, 110%.
Gotcha.
Okay, I think that's healthy.
She won't let me hit.
No, you need to hate your siblings. You do. You need to dislike them. Okay, you 100% have to dislike them because that's how you learn from each other. When they say something genuinely mean, but they have that familial love, so there's some truth behind it, and then you sit there and you're like, maybe they were right, you know? And then you think of something you hate about them, and they think this, and then both of you are better people for it, right? You need to hate those people, okay? And most of the time, you don't fuck people you genuinely hate, you know?
It's true.
I'm taking a whole different angle on this, but I do hate my whole family, so you need that. It's necessary, you know? Yeah. So what's the next one?
Let's see. Whose turn is it? I think it's Kyle, right?
It's a lot more different than I thought it would be. What do you think, Kyle?
You know.
Let's see. Kyle, are there any thoughts so offensive that you would advocate shaming those who think them, even if they don't act on those thoughts?
So, like a person like very racist has some racist thoughts.
Sure.
So we should shame him for having those thoughts, even if he never espouses them or.
That'd be the question. Yeah,
that's the question.
Yeah. That would be the question. Just any thoughts. Do you think are there any thoughts so offensive that you would advocate shaming those who think them, even if they don't act on those thoughts?
I don't know if you can shame is the right word, but you can tell them, hey, you're dumb for these. You can be like, you're wrong for X, Y, and Z reasons, and you should change.
But Kyle's not talking about racism specifically. He supports those thoughts. All right.
Well, the first place that he went when he was like, "Oh, is there anything?" So I'm pretty sure.
And he does dislike Obama for being black. Don't forget that.
No, he dislikes him for killing babies. Let's get this right.
Hey, no, that's me.
Oh yeah. Shout out Obama, come on the show. We're all fans.
We need you, Barack.
Bring Michael, I mean Michelle, with you.
Jesus Christ.
How big is it?
Tell me when to stop. Holy shit. Holy fuck. No way.
Let's see.
But which thoughts would they be, though, that you would think would, like...
Yeah, let's go for three.
That
you got three categories, or do you think that it's just the racism that we should shame out of people?
I don't think we should shame, but I do think we can be like.
Well, the card says shame.
I don't agree with the shame.
Okay.
Because then I don't think they're ever going to change.
Do you not generally feel shame when someone says, "Hey, you're dumb"?
Do I not generally? I don't know. I don't generally feel shame.
Okay.
Stuff about me. But I don't know. If someone has bad thoughts, racist thoughts, sexist thoughts, homophobic thoughts, the goal should be to get them to change their mind on those thoughts. And by shaming them is not going to get that to happen.
Yeah.
So I would say, just talk to them or have a conversation.
Yeah.
You probably shame people that have pedophilic thoughts, I would think.
That's the one group we openly shame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't care if you're acting on them or not. You should kill yourself. Like... Sue me.
But what is wrong about no?
All right, hold on. All right.
No. Phil, are there any cases in which you would support forced involuntary brain modification to change someone else's mind, urges, or behavior?
Yeah, pedophilia.
Yeah. That's a big winner on this
Absolutely.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. There's one. I don't think it's really justifiable with most other things.
Yeah.
Changing like brain modification, that is such a serious like.
Wait, could you change like someone being a pedophile just by changing their brain? Or is it something in their DNA?
I don't know that.
I have no
I don't
idea.
even think you can change stuff with brain modification, like the card saying. I think it's theoretical.
Is that a thing that's happening?
No.
Do you know? Oh no.
Yeah.
No, not
So
yet.
But in the future, probably.
But
Probably.
in the
Who knows?
theoretical sense, that's absolutely
Yeah.
justified.
How about like
yeah.
people with since we're living in the future, science fiction-y times, would you say like people that like have a high propensity towards like violence? Would you say that like violent urges? Would you say like, oh, this person might like kill somebody? We could just go in and snip their brain. They don't want us to, but they've committed like domestic violence, right? Let's say like someone gets arrested for domestic violence, and they're like, okay, we can either put you in jail. We could put this person in jail forever, or we could just like rewire their brain real quick.
That's close.
And, yeah,
That's close.
It's close.
I would be like teetering on the edge or
Okay.
something like that.
shout out
'Cause
Matt
I'm
Rife.
Wait, did he hit his girl?
No,
or
he didn't
something?
hit his girlfriend. No, there's a no. It's
child?
not.
What's
I'll
going on?
clarify. No. He had a joke about domestic violence in his special that he's getting a lot of heat for.
Yeah,
that
they're
wasn't funny
trying
enough
to
to really
cancel him.
justify that. Yeah.
Oh.
And I thought it was like a pretty decent joke too.
Did you?
But it didn't deserve people
Oh, I
fucking
thi-
getting all pissed off. You know, it's just the problem is he's the
Cancel
young
culture,
He
Phil.
is
Let me tell you something.
he's the
This
young
is the pod now.
he's
talking about
dude.
it.
He's the young woman's favorite comedian, and
Yes.
so then he made that joke, and suddenly, you know, his fans, the young women, get pissed off. About it.
The joke was he's at a restaurant with his friend, and the waitress has a black eye, and his friend is like, "Oh, why do you think she has a black eye?" And he's like, "I don't know, but like I gave her my order real slow because she probably can't take direction very well." And it's like, okay.
Well,
but it didn't deserve. Yeah, but with
Are there any thoughts that we should be shaming people for, Phil?
thoughts of not hitting their wives.
If we could
That's what-
rewire Matt Rife's brain to just make funnier jokes against his will, should we?
do you guys think he's funny? Let's talk about that.
I watched the special. I did not. I like exhaled harshly once.
Phil,
It was fine.
what's your take?
I think that Matt Rife is a solid performer, but I think that you should not be getting that into crowd work unless you have learned how to write jokes to a point that you can do them so well that crowd work is almost like unavoidable because your jokes are so good. Sometimes people are going to say things and then you can jump into that, right? I don't think you should be focusing on crowd work to boost you. And I don't even deserve to have an opinion at this point that I'm at, but I'm going to give it anyways. That I just feel crowd work is a second to jokes, and I feel like he relies too much on crowd work because most of his jokes revolve around the same two things, which are being attractive and having black friends. And he is attractive and he has black friends. I mean, he was on Wild and Out. You know, you have to be a white guy on that show. But I just think that he needs to expand his joke writing, get better with other topics. And I think that he blew up off of just the crowd work, which is essentially just conversation. Most people are decent at conversation, you know?
But like most people aren't good at crowd work.
True.
definitely
I
different.
guess,
It is a
yeah.
skill.
No,
It's a skill.
it is different, but I just don't think that like you should be doing more better jokes before you're hopping into a bunch of crowd work. Because every short you see is him fucking with some chick in the crowd, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's just what he's choosing to post. Like, he's been doing
Yeah, you
stand-up
can't-
for
That
a
is what he's
while. He does
posting.
write
You can't
jokes. He does
burn-
perform
Yeah,
jokes.
but,
It's not
but
like
then,
he does
but
sets
then,
of
like you
just
said,
crowd
you
work.
watched
It's-
the special and you exhaled harshly
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, there was a lot of. It felt like he was stealing from Bill Cosby for a second. He wasn't stealing
Damn.
anything, but he was echoing a lot of like just like, oh, people are gonna laugh at this because they know that they should laugh at this, and because this is kind of like this thing that this one comedian did that one thing, and so you know to laugh at. and I don't know, like the joke that he's getting canceled for. Like it's a joke that we've heard a billion iterations of, and like we've heard a billion iterations of every joke told theoretically, but it does sound familiar enough that you can tell it's a joke even if it's not funny, and it's because this joke exists. Okay,
and it's stupid he's getting canceled for it. I don't disagree with that.
I think we should be canceling Matt Rife not for his jokes, or just because he needs to write better jokes. Okay, listen.
See, but I think he still deserves the fame he has. That's the thing.
Why?
Because you have to put in a certain level of work to get to where he's at, regardless of what you're doing. And if he's there, he has put in the work. Right? If he's been finding the right audiences, he's been finding a way to draw them to his shows. He's been finding a way to get bigger shows.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still putting the work in.
That's true.
Whether I think that he's a good joke writer or should focus more on jokes than crowd work doesn't fucking matter, because if he's at the point he's at, he has still been putting hard work in.
Sure, but at the point that you have a Netflix special, you're already in like the 1% of the 10% of the comics who are putting in the work, right? And like if out of that 10% pool that are all putting in the work of all the comics trying to get a Netflix deal, of the 1% that actually get one, do you think that Matt Rife actually? I don't know. Why not? Why not Liz Mealy? Why not? Why isn't Esther Vivesky getting another special? Why him instead of someone else? Like you can say, oh, he does the work, but like a lot of people are doing the work. Not so many people are having a Netflix special,
That's
and
it.
yeah,
But it's because he's popular.
Yeah,
And the
but
fact of the
that's
matter
luck.
is he has put the work in.
It's not luck.
Listen, yeah, it is.
Some of it
It's-
is. Some of
I'm
it
not
is.
saying he's not putting
Some
in the
of it is.
work, but of all the people who are putting in the work, who gets the Netflix special? Once everyone's putting in the work, of the people who are putting in the work, it is kind of luck who of those people get the
I
Netflix
would agree
special,
that it's
right?
like the traditional route. Like Netflix kind of picks you.
Yeah.
Like in 2017, they gave Bargatze a special, and
Yeah.
Bargatze is one of the last comedians to kind of come through traditional-ish norms.
Okay.
He released an album, debut album in 2014, got the Comedy Central special in 2015, got a Netflix half hour in 2017, got the full hour in whatever. But he came through like natural, like most people now are doing the clips, the whatever, and so they didn't need Bargatze. I think Netflix doesn't, they kind of need Matt Rife because he is so popular that he's going to draw attention. It's kind of like when they give Dave Chappelle a couple more special. It's not like Dave Chappelle is going to gain new fans.
Right.
No.
Dave Chappelle, people are just going to be able to watch the special, and it's going to draw views. It's kind of so Bargatze gets fans, and most comedians got fans from Netflix.
Yeah.
Matt Rife, I think he already has his fans. But on the point that I don't think like, is there luck in his success?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, there's always going to be a certain degree of luck, but it's like the dude's posting. It's not going viral because it sucks. It's going viral because it's funny. So it's like I don't know. Is there luck to that? The dude's been working for 12 years. He finally just got famous. It's very easy to be like, dude, he's just lucky. It's like, oh, he's been working for 12 years. I mean, I don't know if he just got lucky.
It's the luck is opportunity meets preparation, right?
I think he
preparing.
still puts in hard work. 110.
Yeah, I'm not discounting that at all. I'm just saying.
And I think, Netflix, you take a corporation like Netflix, they are sometimes going to pick what's already popular to try to pull more viewers onto their platform, right? Whether it was luck or not that made him, this is the popular guy we can pull on here and potentially get more subscribers.
Right, he has the attention.
More people paying $10 a month, whatever. They did it, and good for them. It's a good marketing move for them. He put himself in a position where he is fitting in with what's popular with the modern. And so he put himself up for something like a Netflix special because corporations like that have to keep with the times to keep new people coming on.
Yeah, which also how real is I don't know. Leading up to his special, there were quite a few you would see swell through the social media. Oh, is Matt Rife getting canceled for a thing? Is Matt Rife getting canceled for a thing? And that was swelling even before the Netflix thing, and it would be like, oh, because he said something about women 8 months ago. People are mad about it. But you would hear a lot of people talking about how people are talking about being mad at him, right? You wouldn't hear a lot of people saying, "Hey, I hate Matt Rife because he said this awful thing."
No.
You'd hear plenty of people saying, "I hate Matt Rife. He looks like a Giga Chad meme, and I don't like him."
Yeah.
But like,
no, dude, comedy like is dominated by men.
But we're still all
there are
talking
going
about
to
him
be
either
jokes
way.
about women, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
yeah, and we're still all
Fucking-
talking about him still either way. So
Yeah,
like, whether it's because he's
100%.
being canceled, he hasn't lost his Netflix deal.
No.
It's not like Netflix
And-
took his
and-
special down. He's not actually suffering monetarily from it. I don't think.
that's
People
because
are
he-
talking about it, and then more people are watching his special to hear the joke that he said.
I mean, it's kind of just Twitter who's upset. I don't know if he's like his fans.
If it's even that,
actually-
yeah, that's the
It's
yeah.
usually just like 20,000 people
Yeah.
got it trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Twitter
and,
is nothing.
And that's 20,000 people that are talking about him that wouldn't have been otherwise.
And they
He
probably
is
hate
smart.
everything.
Exactly. They
They
do.
probably did the same
They're
thing for
probably
Chappelle.
pussies,
I got
dude.
mad when John Mulaney did his
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
It's
what it
fucking
is.
yeah.
Shout out Matt Rife. Come on the show.
All right.
It'll
Come on the show, Matt Rife.
We love you.
Kyle, would you rather double the amount of emotional pain and pleasure that you feel on a daily basis, or cut both in half?
Probably double.
Double. Nice.
I felt cutting in half would suck.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to feel
And
As
stuff
much. Yeah.
as much.
yeah.
And I don't have a high propensity like when I go through emotional pain. Like I'm not depressed is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
So, it would suck though, I'm sure, doubling it.
Yeah.
I'd probably become I'd get real sad,
Yeah.
mood swings. But yeah,
But you
cutting
think
in half-
getting real sad sometimes is
You'd-
worth like feeling even better the rest of the time?
I personally, I'd just rather it to stay the same. But if the choice is double or half, I'm gonna go double.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah, see, I personally already have like drastic swings, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh well, they get more drastic. Who gives a fuck?
So
I
you'd
get to
still
be
double?
happier when I'm happy. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely, dude.
Nice.
Because if you're getting twice as happy, it would be worth getting twice as sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Nietzsche. Okay.
100%.
Hey, Phil, would you rather have accidentally killed someone or be a non-offending pedophile?
Oh, this is brutal.
Accidentally kill somebody.
Oh,
Kyle?
dude, I've thought about this before. Like,
Really?
no, not this specific question. I've thought
Just
about the first
accidentally
part.
killing someone.
Accidentally killing somebody because I'm a bad driver.
Okay.
I've gone on record.
I've heard you talk about this. I asked you once, how do you
Yes.
think you're going to die? And you
It's
said
gonna be my
probably a
driving,
car
dude.
accident.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be my bad driving. I'm terrible. Luckily, I've never gotten in a car accident. But I've thought about this before. Like, what if there's just a guy on the freeway I don't see and I murder him?
Yeah.
Like, that's the amount of pain you would have to deal with. So non-offending pedophile. What's that? Like child porn?
You are attracted to minors, but you haven't molested any kids. You're not doing anything.
That's also
but
brutal.
you're still a pedophile.
So you're not attracted to women.
I mean,
Well,
you still are probably.
it's just
I
young-
imagine
it's
that.
just
I don't
young
think that
women.
pedophiles just aren't attracted to adults. It's more that they're just also kids look kind of hot, right?
So you're saying a pedophile?
It's like Mark Norman's
They
grape
could
juice
still
joke.
see a 35-year-old and be like, "Dang, she's hot."
Yeah, probably. I think
okay.
so.
But then you'd have to live
like,
with
a lot
the
of them are
shame
married,
of
right?
seeing a
Like, they have to be.
13-year-old and going, damn,
Yeah.
she's
Here's
hot.
the deal. But here's the deal. I could shove that part down to me.
Yeah.
All right, and I can pray it out.
You just stay.
all right?
You're a closeted
No, you
pedophile.
can't.
Like, what I've done-
you're trying to pray
I've
it
done
away.
this with my
You-
sexuality for 21 years. I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, call me crazy, but one option is you commit a crime
Uh-huh.
and you face some jail time and you have to live with the guilt of accidentally killing someone. The other option is you don't commit a crime. You can still live a normal life because if you can still find like 20-year-olds and like women your age attractive, you can still lead a somewhat normal life. You might have to put some barriers in place. Say, I'm not gonna be able to go to soccer games.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to go to practices.
There goes my career as a
Yeah.
referee for Little League.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put some boundaries in place. But if you're smart enough, you can put the right boundaries up to make sure that you can limit your interactions. You know, kids come over for a sleepover. You say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the casino for a night. Tell me when they're gone. Just because I think you can make it work, though. I would rather choose the non-offending
Okay.
As ridiculous as that might sound.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It makes sense on the level of would you rather have actually caused real harm in the world or
Exactly.
feel bad inside but not have caused actual harm in the world? Like,
Dude, I'd rather do 5 years than not want to live with myself for the rest of my life because, like,
I feel like you would not want to live yourself though. Like if you kill someone.
yeah.
on accident, you can get over that shit, dude.
Get over that shit.
You can. You can get over it, you know? Oh, thank you. You can, dude.
I think you can get over the pedophile stuff. You could also take like I don't want to say you could sexually castrate yourself, but you could take like pills to reduce your libido. Like
True,
if you're
true.
single,
Yeah.
you could just be like, I don't even want to get into it. So you can
I don't
want to
fuck
you
at
can do
all.
that.
Kids or otherwise.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You watch a lot of hentai and listen.
And you would know. All right, there we go.
You need more go-tos for why I have thought experiments. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
You know that
bad.
you know that clip from The Office where Kevin, it's like one of the intro. He's like, "You can't eat cats, Kevin."
Yeah.
That's like what Taylor does. He's like, "You can't fuck your sister. Taylor. You can't have sex with kids."
Oh God.
That's just every morning.
Make pretty good chili too. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Listen, just need the balding to expand
Oh,
and
is
your
it-
belly to expand.
Beat me
and
to
you'll
it.
be there, dude.
Beat me to it. Listen,
roasting
as soon
the
as
shit out of him
as
right
soon
now.
as soon as I actually have to like shave the rest of my head, I got to start working out. I refuse to be fat and bald. Okay, you got to pick
Amen,
one.
brother.
You got to pick one.
Good.
Okay,
Good. Because fat, bald guys, they're always
they're all
trouble.
pedos. Okay.
Well, that too. Yep. All right. You said it first.
Listen, you're right what you know, and Taylor knows one thing.
There's gonna be just a before tacked on at the beginning of the episode. There's just gonna be a talking head of me saying, "Listen, I just want to let the audience know I'm not attracted to kids or any of my siblings."
A preface.
There's gonna be a director's note at the.
Written by Taylor Schwilling. Just so you're aware, I'm not attracted to children or my siblings.
Let's see. Phil, would you support the use of realistic child sex dolls by pedophiles?
No. Why are they all pedophilia?
Listen,
Holy
we're getting
shit.
through them. We're gonna.
No.
Second hour, we're gonna have less pedophilia talk. Okay. We're
No,
gonna get
it's-
back to incest. No.
It's still weird.
Yeah. Even if it's what if they could like statistically prove that like this reduces actual crimes.
You know what? Then I might be on board, but I
Yeah.
would still want the addresses of the people ordering.
You'd
those
still
sex
rather we
dolls.
just edit these people's brains.
Yeah, I'd still rather we kill them since we can't edit brains. But it is what it is. What can you do? Can't be a perfect world, you know. It's just cut their dicks off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nothing drastic. Not to get political. Pedophiles all deserve to die. It's just,
Give them vaginas, okay? Listen.
let the kids fuck them.
Yeah.
is what Taylor's saying.
Let them live in fear, okay? Let's
That's terrible. Holy shit.
Kyle, what do you still owe someone an apology for?
This is a good question, my friend.
Second hour, okay?
Second hour. We're heating up.
Where all the good content is.
Still owe someone an apology for. I got probably too many.
Most recent.
Most recent.
Or
So,
oldest.
I don't tell people I do stand up, right?
Mhm.
I don't know why. I think I'm afraid to fail, and I don't want to let people know I'm doing something that I might fail at. But I had a friend named Savannah, right? And I never told, and she would like text me like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I hate hanging out with people. Not because I hate, but just like you have to do that dumb talk. Go, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Well, I'm in college." Is the static? The static is terrible now.
Nah.
It's so much worse.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's better. Taylor, what's the
Those were your
professional-
headphone monitors that he was just turning up. It was
Oh,
fine.
I thought I was
It
turning up
wasn't
the
the
mics.
actual
That's
feedback.
my
No,
bad.
no,
Sorry.
those are just the
Yeah.
His
I don't know what
is,
I'm doing.
The orange slider on the soundboard. So you had this friend named Savannah.
No, this is a wild amount of confidence to look at a soundboard you've never messed with. And just be like, I bet it's this one, dude.
What can I say?
That's wild. No, I had a friend named Savannah. I didn't. She wanted to hang out. She texted me. She's like, "Do you want to hang out?" And I didn't want to hang out because then you have to do that dumb conversation of like, "Where are you going to school?" And then like I would just the whole time I'd be avoiding mentioning like the stand up. You know? It's very gay. So I never texted her, and then I worked with her because we work at the same job, right? And then she was like mad at me that I didn't text her back, and I was like, "Look, like it's not. I just don't want to hang out, you know." So
It's not what you think. I just don't want to hang out.
That's the deal, and it's not because I don't want to hang out with her. It's just because I don't want to tell you how to stand up, and I don't want to have a conversation with someone where the whole time I'm like,
I just don't want you to know me.
Exactly. So I just want. I feel like I should apologize to her and be like, hey, I didn't want to hang out with you. I don't know. Eventually I will tell her and I will apologize to her and I'll be like, listen, I didn't want to not hang out with you. I just am a loser and didn't want to tell you I do this thing.
Fair enough.
And yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, Savannah, if you're watching,
Shout out.
Kyle's sorry.
Come on the podcast.
Sorry.
Kyle's sorry.
Come on the pod.
He's really sorry. Very sorry.
Give me the cha-ching.
He's really sorry.
Wait, where's the cha-ching?
Nope. There it is.
There we go. I like it.
I just want to do a soundboard rotation there of all 6 sounds we have, you know.
And you didn't do the one that Kyle was asking for. You're like, I just wanted to do all the sounds.
Except for yours. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We're sorry.
Kyle, Phil. You must pick. I mean, both of you are probably gonna answer. You must pick a number right now and live that many years total in good physical health. You cannot die before, and you can't extend after. How many years starting today do you choose to live?
50.
50.
Whoa.
50 from now? You're gonna go out at
From
like
now. I'll go out-
70?
I'll go out at fucking 69.
Okay, fair enough.
100%.
Nice.
Yes, and that wasn't even the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, 50. Yeah. I could do so much in 50 years.
So you said good physical health.
Good
Does that
physical
mean
health
at
the whole
50
time.
he dies?
Yeah, just heart
Or
attack.
at 69 he dies,
Immediate heart attack.
So he doesn't live. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. But the whole way up to that, you're basically
I mean, good
You
physical-
still look old, right? You look old.
Yeah, you age.
You can still
Yeah.
move around.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't
just-
have like
yeah.
hip joint or
But
whatever.
I don't, you said I can't die until then?
Not before,
Do you know the type of debauchery I could get up to with 50 years knowing I won't die?
I read a picture of Dorian Gray. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. I'm halfway through that. It's a good book.
It's a good book.
Great book. Yeah. No, 50. Easy. I could
Okay.
do so much. I could have so much fun. I could accomplish so much. And then die before I get to a point where I'm dementia ridden and I'm just disappointing my kids. 50's perfect.
But you're not going to be dementia ridden if you because you're
That's what I'm saying. Is if I took this choice, there would be no dementia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Good
could go
physical
through your
health.
80s and you're still not having dementia.
Yeah, but then I'm decaying and it's just uncomfortable.
You're not decaying.
It's uncomfortable
You're not
for
decaying.
everybody.
You look old.
You look
feel
old,
great.
but you feel
Fine.
fine.
100. You got me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short, pal.
I'm gonna be
You can
doing
live
open-
however
Yeah,
long-
Kyle, how many years are you going to say?
I always thought I would live to 96, so I would choose. I'm 21 right now. How many years would that be? 75?
Approximately, yeah.
At that age, I could probably witness the birth of maybe a great grandchild.
Yeah.
Potentially. I don't know.
Nice.
It'd be pretty sick.
You don't want to live through 2 generations of friends that die off in front of you.
No.
That too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's still like a normal age. 96 is old, but it's
Right.
not like I'm choosing 150. Well, would you go
And
like...
your hip is still in good shape.
Yeah, my hip is not bad.
Yeah, no, I'm.
It might be bad. It might be.
Yeah, no, I'm one of the stupid fucks that's like 10,000 years. Okay, listen,
Well,
if
When
I'm
the
healthy the
sun
whole time,
burns the earth, that's when I want to die.
You bring
the
it back.
sun's gonna burn the earth in 10,000 years.
You bring
guys.
it back
4
in with the
billion.
whole income.
Whatever the
health.
dumb atheists say. That's mine. No, I'm just kidding.
I think you're right. I should go longer with the whole in good health. Whether I'm looking bad or not, I'm still able to move. I'm still able to talk.
I think it's gonna
My
suck
memory's
for a
good.
lot of it, but
It's like
you get
you're
used
right.
to it.
Go a little longer. You know, you just have some fun. Have some fun as an old guy. Be doing open mics at 100 years old. Be like, my age is in the 3 digits. You know, that might be fun. You know,
Classic.
It could be.
Yeah.
Sex jokes at 100. I've got a walker to demonstrate on.
There you go.
It's given prop comedy. You know, could do something there.
Except you just have to make sure that no one finds out that you don't really need the walker, right? Like,
Well, now they found out.
uh,
Son of a bitch.
because in 80 years they're gonna watch this podcast and
Yeah.
be like, oh,
That son of a bitch. He picked
the whole
this.
time,
He picked this.
one long con.
Yeah. It is. It's one long con. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old do you realistically want to get, Kyle?
96.
90. That's like what you
Yeah.
want to die at. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
You could see a lot of your family.
Yeah.
Like you said, you could see all your friends get to their old age.
Watch them
Although
die.
I don't think after 70. I mean, after 50. My parents haven't had friends since I was born. Like, I don't know. If they had friend. No, well, they probably are a little odd, but
You probably make new friends in the whatever place you end up.
At
right?
the
Like,
church
you got
and the
neighbors, you
KKK meetings and wherever they go, you know.
yeah.
The
I don't know.
anti-Obama
Are they in the
rallies.
streets or in the sheets when they see each other? What's happening?
Yeah, but how are they wearing the sheets? That's what I want to know. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I don't even know what
They got them folded like togas. It's like a
Oh,
like
yeah, that too.
ancient
yeah.
Greece going on.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
Trying to update their vibe, their rebranding for a new generation. Okay, they gotta get them. No,
96, yeah.
96.
There you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
That's the age.
probably clocking out around 84.
84 for you.
Yeah.
Phil, how long?
If I could pick with the good health thing and all that, dude, fucking like $150.
Okay,
150. Just because once you're old, I know you're allowed to fuck with people and say things that you can't say otherwise. And I would spend a whole 50 years just saying things to people.
I'm
to fuck with
terrified
their
of what
head.
you would
Just
say
young
uninhibited.
people. Just fucking with young people. Because I've had my life changed by weird comments from old folks.
Really?
And if I could just fuck with a bunch of people's lives by saying weird stuff, I would do it 100% as an old man. You know, just walk up there with a cane and be like, well, you know, God told me being gay is wrong, and then walk away. You know, and just see what happens. You know, yeah, it changes when it comes from old people, and I think there's a lot of pranks I could play, so to speak. Yeah, it'd be fun.
I think it would too.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. In real life, how old do you want to be when you're?
I consider myself lucky if I live to 80.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Be very lucky.
Kyle, if you can have one but not the other, would you rather love someone or be loved by someone?
These are brutal questions, man.
Aren't they?
Hey, we wanted
Holy
to get
shit.
away from pedophilia and incest. Here we are. Okay.
Talking about my feelings.
I was trying to be fun, but you
I
guys
gotta
didn't like it.
apologize for stuff. I don't like this podcast. Probably love someone.
Love someone?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't that kind
But
of
you
what,
don't
like,
get to be loved.
Yeah, it would suck either way.
Yeah?
I don't care for the question, Taylor, but if I gotta pick, I'm gonna pick love someone, okay? I don't know. It's kind of like what being a parent is for like at least the first 5 years.
True.
I mean, when do kids really know love?
No,
Like,
yeah.
Do they really ever reciprocate the same amount of love that a parent gives their child?
No.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Do you think you have yet?
I don't know. I think I don't think. I think the.
Do you feel the need to apologize for it?
I don't think that a child ever has as much love going out as a parent has coming in.
Probably.
I don't know.
That's
yeah.
interesting.
The only way you can really push out that love is when you have a kid of your own, and when you adopt a kid. Yeah. Okay,
I'm not sure if it's what you meant by what you said, but a bit of what you said stuck out to me, and it's making me curious. So you said that you're not sure if a kid has as much love going out as a parent has going in. in my brain that raises an interesting like phenomena of how much felt love is like doesn't actually exist, right? Where it's like a parent can feel loved by their child, but like is that child actually loving the parent while the parent's feeling loved? But there's still the illusion of love happening, right? How much what do you like total love between like a parent-child relationship that the parent feels from the kid? What do you think the ratio is of like actual love being received versus felt love being received that's like ghost
I don't
pain-esque?
know if it's as much as a feeling. I feel like love in terms of like feeling loved is more in terms of like romantic relate. That's when you really like, oh, I feel loved by my romantic partner. I feel like when it's just a parent, it's like, it's less of like, man, I feel this warmth inside of my heart. Maybe when they're like just born and you have all these emotions, maybe that. But I feel like the love is then more just like they literally do everything for you. They pay for everything. They pick you up from soccer practice. They give you a noogie. They don't have sex with you.
Ideally,
It's nice.
So I don't know if parents really, and like a kid's not like, I mean they're pretty cute for a while before they hit puberty and they're like loving on you, but I don't know if they're really like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's more just like the human, like
Yeah.
a young kid seeing who takes care of them.
Exactly.
Oh, this is the person I hug at night, you know,
Yes.
because this is the person that feeds me with a spoon, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the parent is actually, this is the person I love, this is the person I'm feeding with a spoon. you
Right.
know? Taking extra time out of my day for. Yeah.
And then theoretically that gets paid back when the parent
I'm
progresses to their brain starts turning to pudding, and someone's got to take care of
I'm
them,
putting
or
my
you know,
parents
put them in a
home.
home and pay someone
Yeah,
else to take
I'm
care
putting
of them.
my
I guess.
parents in a home, yeah.
You've already. It's a foregone conclusion.
No.
Kyle, are you putting your parents in a home?
I would hate to get put in a home.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
I mean,
I
not
need
really.
to piss real
Here's the
quick.
deal.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
I'll be honest, guys. What time are we at?
We are at. We're about an hour. We're about an hour and 10 in.
They gotta leave.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It is 3:22.
3:22. Can we have Onnie sub in?
Sure, dude.
Onnie, you're being called up from the bench. All right.
Kyle, as you leave, are some human lives worth more than others?
I'm gonna pass that question on to Onnie. She can tackle that one, round one. Yeah. Thank you for having me on. Taylor.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
It was a fun
Kyle
podcast.
Cumberland, everybody.
All right. I'm gonna give the headphone. No, it was a good podcast. Thanks for having me on. It will continue to be a good podcast. Don't stop watching. There's 40 more minutes of this. Coming your way. Man, the headphones are cool.
Yeah.
Onnie, good seeing you. Taylor, good seeing you.
Always good seeing you.
I'll see you guys Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I have class, but
Class. You already in school? Are you in school?
I take night classes.
Oh, okay. Masters? No? What?
Continuing ed.
Oh.
This is a really exciting part of the podcast.
It's good. It's good.
I tell you what, get in there. More human lives? No. When in doubt, just mention pedophilia or
Right?
sex with yourself.
Listen.
Phil, I love you. Goodbye. You can't hear me. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah. Everybody, welcome Onnie back to the podcast.
This is the first time in my life I've ever had applause.
That's not true.
Ever in my whole life.
You've been applauded
guys.
at mics before.
I was also applauded before Mike's, okay?
It happens. It happens. Are some human lives worth more than others, Onnie?
I would say yes.
What are your thoughts on Israel-Palestine?
Actually, I would say no. I would say worth no.
Worth? What do you mean by worth? What,
I
what's
would
your
say
conceptualization
that some lives
Jesus Christ.
contribute more than others to the world, but
Okay.
I don't think that determines the worth or the value of the human life.
Do you think that human lives are worth anything?
You know what? Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
We're all listening. With bated breath.
Yeah, that's
Because
all I have
Phil's
to
not
say.
here.
True.
That's all you got to say. Okay,
That's all-
good. Good point. Good point.
That's,
Phil,
that's
get in
about
here.
all I have to say about that.
I'm in here.
Look, I made a reference to a movie you've never seen.
That's true. Apparently.
Phil's back.
Phil is. so the laughter can continue. It's
Yep.
good. Well, Kyle had to go get in a car accident, so we're
Well, he
rounding
probably
out.
just accidentally killed somebody and is realizing that he should have been a closeted pedophile the whole time.
He did choose that one.
Yes, he
pick that
did.
one.
Yep.
He's the first person I've asked that question to that went for non-offending pedophile.
That's crazy.
Did you go for non-offending pedophile?
You've
Have
never
I
asked me
you
that
one? You
question,
would go
but
for
that
it,
would
though?
be my answer. Yeah.
I feel like it's different for a girl.
Yeah.
That's gonna be what I get canceled
Probably.
for because I'm just gonna get clipped on.
Well, have you ever seen the sex offender shuffle?
Is this like a TikTok dance?
No,
What's
it's
happening?
like it's
Yeah.
it's a
new
song.
prank.
It's a song that was released in like the 2000s.
So it's
it
like
was
the
about,
Cupid Shuffle, but non-consensual.
yeah, it was like a sketch comedy. It's like a sketch comedy group, and it's like, oh,
Was it Studio C?
these are
No.
the sex offenders from Miami-Dade County, and they're all here to identify
They're a team.
themselves. And
They all knock on the
yeah,
door. They're like Christmas
no, it's like
caroling, but
it's
they're-
like they talk about it, but it's like a dance they're doing, and there's this one chick, and she's like, "Hey, my name is Laura Hughes. Proven girls can do it too." You know, so I don't know. I think women can do it the same, all because of that video.
I'm surprised you've never seen this video, Taylor.
Yeah, you
I've-
have, right?
I've seen
you
this
understand?
video.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
It's like
Shout out to Lauren for showing me this video.
We got
And
too
she
many people
goes,
talking at
she
once.
goes, and by it, I mean touch my cousin. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. And the video is hilarious, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, but that was wrong because her cousin was underage. No.
All right, hold on. All right.
I don't like that. There's going to be a running joke on the podcast
On incest?
of
You.
it's my fault. It's my
It
fault.
is. It is your fault, Taylor,
can't-
for
I get-
arguing.
I get roped into
pro
that.
incest.
I'm too much of a compulsive arguer. I get roped into that because
That's what
I'm
I
just
like
very
about
curious
you.
I'm very curious about the idea that we just as humans have this instinct of something can get gross or weird enough that it's just wrong now.
That's what instincts are. It's not. You don't know it for sure. It's
Yeah.
something you feel is wrong, though, right?
Listen, speaking as a subhuman piece of shit with very
Yep,
few
yes,
instincts,
you are.
I'm again 'em. Let's see. Onnie, does no always really mean no?
Oh no.
This pause is worrying. It should be. I thought I was throwing you a softball.
So, okay.
Oh,
The
no.
problem is in the context of the way you're asking that question. Yes, no always means no.
There we go.
But,
Good. No, you don't have to say but.
Okay.
No expansion needed. Next question, Taylor.
Sometimes I ask if you want food and you say no when you really mean yes.
So Taylor's a woman, is what you're saying? Because
That's
I've never met a man
confirmed.
that says no when he means yes. Wow. That sucks. What's next?
Taylor's a woman, confirmed.
No, confirmed. I'm gonna hit that.
Shout out Andrew Yonke.
Hey, shout out Andrew Yonke. He asked me to shout him out for the one time.
Oh, nice.
So, shout out Andrew Yonke, the pimpin', the slippin', the one and only. You know what I'm saying?
One and only cash register.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I told him the other night he looks like the only crackhead with a 5-step skincare routine. I was very proud of that.
Pretty good. He laughed.
Pretty accurate.
Holy shit, the crowd's laughing too. And there's an applause break. Wow.
Okay, Phil. Which of your beliefs would be the most difficult to change, even in the face of overwhelming evidence? Incest being wrong.
Wow.
Even if I could prove it, you're not
You
gonna.
know
you're
what?
not gonna
I'm going to
believe me.
piggyback on that because my answer won't sound as bad. Women being allowed to drive. Okay. No.
I'm a way
On-
better driver than Kyle, okay?
I actually believe you.
Well, we don't think Kyle should be allowed to drive either.
Is it because he's a woman?
Yeah.
Yes. No, I think. Oh man, even with the proof,
Yeah.
I think I have a belief that I developed in the last like 2-3 years that no religion is going to be specifically correct on everything, and I just don't think anyone could even produce enough evidence to change that. So,
Fair.
yeah.
So even if there
even
was
if
like
somebody
supposed
said,
all this
"Hey,
mounting evidence,
I
you'd
have
be-
this to prove," I still would not believe him. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Say no to Scientology, folks.
Yeah, well, that too. Say no to Christianity.
Or
while
say
you're at
yes
it.
to Scientology. You
Nope,
do you.
don't do
we
it.
can't tell you what to do.
Yes, we
join
can.
cults.
Yes, we can.
It's
Don't join
cool.
cults.
Don't do it. Annie's starting a cult, guys. I'm already a member. We're
Writing
here.
a TV show about starting a cult. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine.
What's the cult TV show? It's named after some chick. It's like, fuck, what is it? Oh man, I don't remember. It's on Netflix. I don't know.
Inventing Anna. No.
No, it's like no, fuck, I don't remember. There's also a Mormon documentary on there. They're a cult.
I've heard
okay?
about that one.
Yeah.
Prisoner of the Prophet.
No, oh, fuck, I'm googling it now.
Let's go.
What's the next question, Taylor?
I think it's Onnie's turn, isn't it?
Sure.
Trying to find one that you haven't been asked before.
I've been asked most of these at this point.
Da, 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 da.
It's Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. That's which one.
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really good first season. of
Never
the show.
watched it.
It's
Yeah.
got a solid first season. The rest is not worth watching.
Oh, fair enough.
It's just my opinion. You watch the whole show. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Comment, drive the algorithm, guys.
Please comment, guys. Seriously.
Onnie, is torture ever permissible? Gotta have an answer.
Yeah, I think about these questions too long, okay? My gut instinct is no, but I'm sure I could come up with a reason to say yes.
Pedophiles.
Whoa.
You don't think that it would be fine to torture
Oh,
pedophiles?
torturing.
No,
yes,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree. Yes. Yes.
No, pedophiles are good, okay?
That's kind of suspicious. We're kind of that's
Yeah.
a little sus, Phil. You're like, well, hey, maybe we should hear them out
don't
first.
torture the pedophile.
No.
No, like,
yes.
What
I
do you have to
don't-
lose?
Torture implies, to me at least, that you're going above and beyond just restraint.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if there's ever is it ever warranted? Probably. Is it ever right?
Well, it
I
didn't
don't
say
know.
warranted or right. It said permissible.
Oh, permissible? Then
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was another moral question.
All right, so the CIA should hire Onnie.
Always.
That's what we're getting at.
Always.
Are we going to get on the topic of conspiracies at all? Because I'm ready.
Topical conspiracies.
Aliens.
What's a topical
Topic
conspiracy? That's not a
of.
conspiracy.
Topic
of.
of
Oh, okay, I thought you
conspiracy.
said topical conspiracies.
No,
I was like,
no.
are there new conspiracy just dropped? What's
Well, yeah, it's
I need to subscribe.
Joe Biden's on his fourth actor, guys. He has been dead for years.
Sorry.
You heard it here first.
I think you
Also,
mean
the
clone.
water is making the frog straight now. So I
Well,
don't
that's
know
just
what's
'cause-
going on.
That's just because it switches the orientation, and they've all been gay for a while
Ah,
now.
you're
so,
right. Good one.
Yeah. Phil, how do society's morals differ from your own?
Not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a ton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many conflicting feelings. It's like I can just pick a side. And
Sure.
either way, it's still society.
There's plenty of ideology out there. We can.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Is it smorgasbord or smorgasbord?
It's like
Smorgasbord.
It's an S, not a. Okay.
I like to
Pretty
use
sure.
the term charcuterie board because it is a variety, but it sounds classier. So.
And it has the word cutie in it.
Yes, it does. yeah.
Charcuterie boards are so underwhelming. Once you they sound so cool. Anytime
Fuck
you
you.
actually end up in front of a charcuterie board, you're just like, this is just meat.
You've
some
never been in
cheese
front
and
of a good charcuterie board.
crackers.
Then
That's all that's
okay?
happening. There's never enough different types of crackers. Everyone goes in on we have all the cheese. We have all the cheese, and then there's like 3 different kinds of crackers tops. Okay.
You've
And
never been in
2
front
of
of
the
the right
crackers are
charcuterie
very
board?
similar to each other.
Yeah, they're the shitty thin ones that seem stale already. But you've never been in front of the right charcuterie board.
I guess not.
I agree.
I guess not.
Yeah. With me
I
or him?
believe that. I believe that.
You need
Yeah.
better friends to invite
Yeah.
you to better
You
parties.
need better charcuterie boards,
I'm
dude.
never gonna find good chicken Alfredo again, but I would believe that I could be presented with a decent charcuterie board.
Yeah, you probably could. I'll make one
Yeah.
next time.
Oh,
yeah.
bring one on the podcast, man. That'd be a
Dude,
great
that'd
thing
be
to just
sick.
have in the middle
We're all
of
just in there like,
just making smacking sounds into the mics. Yeah.
oh, this is good. I like the Gouda.
That's content.
Can I regale my worst ever open mic experience?
Yes.
Let's go.
Do it.
Let's talk about comedy.
Do it.
So it's actually on the subject of smacking lips into the mic. So the only time that I walked out in pain, almost screaming from a mic, was the one time that this person went up to the mic. He was chewing on ice and just was chewing on ice into the microphone while he was getting ready to talk.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a story about you.
No.
One of your sets. Okay.
No.
Do you remember who this was?
I don't remember who it was. I think
Are they
they
in
had
the scene
only.
still?
I think they'd only come out to like 2 or 3 mics.
Okay.
But oh my goodness, my head was hurting so bad from that sound.
Do you remember which venue it was?
It was Comedy Club of
Comedy
Kansas
Club.
City,
Shout out.
103rd and State Line.
Shout out.
We gotta figure out the PA system at Old Shani Pizza. That thing
Yes.
is loud and it's so easy to feedback that mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
small enough room that speaker can be quieter.
It is a small room.
That speaker can be turned down a little.
I like Old
We gotta-
Shawnee Pizza.
I
though.
love the
2 times I've done it, the only 2 times it's been around. Shout out
Yep,
Brandy
great
for
place.
hosting that mic.
Great place, great
It's
audience, great
fucking
host.
awesome.
Brandy, we love you.
We love you. And I love older women. We love you.
And
okay.
he's short.
I am short. That's right. Yep. We love Brandy. Anyways.
You and Sam Hampton, both of you have said you love older women.
You know, we do.
and you're not super
It's
tall.
it's
so.
a Gen Z thing. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
it is. We all have mommy issues.
We hate,
Anyways.
we hate millennials and ourselves. We
Yep.
gotta, our selective dating pool is just Gen X, and that's about it.
In Brandy's
Yeah.
defense, I'm pretty sure she is still a millennial.
No, she's not.
Like
no,
older.
there's no way. I mean,
Millennials,
there's
what, up to
some
like
way.
43 now? 42, 43?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
Are they? What's
No
the?
way.
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up right
They're in
now.
their
Bullshit.
40s. My phone's
But
over
anyways,
there.
Old Shawnee Pizza rocks. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have an even bigger crowd than on
Absolutely.
Friday because it's not a holiday weekend. Like that open mic is so sick because it's out of place. Like location wise, every other open mic is in like KCMO, Independence, whatever the fuck. The Lawrence ones on the weekends. Old Shawnee Pizza, that rocks because it's like a different location. You
Yeah.
know? It's not within fucking 10 miles of all the other ones. So.
It's in Kansas and
Yeah, that
not
too.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Millennials are 1981 to 1996.
42.
Okay, Brandy might be. I don't know. I've always thought she might be like 25, 30 or something max. Brandy, if you're listening. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know.
Okay. Let's
Out of curiosity, how old do you think I am?
Like 24.
There we
Yeah.
Sick.
What- how old are you?
30?
Okay. There you go. I did my job. Go under. Hey, Taylor, you
always
look
go
like you're
under.
40.
There we go. There we go.
Yep.
There it is.
Ah.
Yeah.
You look 32. It's fine.
He
It's
does.
good.
Listen, I told Maggie Harris, KC Comic, shout out. She's
Shout
coming on.
out
She's coming on the
Maggie Harris.
podcast here in a couple of weeks. Everybody
She's
tune in
pretty
for
cool.
that. We were talking outside the comedy club, and I was talking about being old. And she was like, "How old are you?" I was like, 26, and she was like, "I thought you were way older." And I was just like,
So did I.
"I'm gonna kill myself."
Everyone does.
Yep.
They always do.
Yeah.
It's the hair. It's
Because
on the
you
way
look
out.
old. Yeah.
As soon as I gotta
I thought it
work
was
out.
the deadness
I gotta
in the
shave my
eyes.
head and work
Well,
out.
that too, but
Listen.
Listening. We're all
Which of you,
listening.
whose turn is it to do a card?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Phil, if you could press a button that would instantly erase every single false belief you have, would you do it?
absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to know the truth, dude.
True?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you know the truth if it just erased every false belief that you
No,
have?
you would just
Okay.
lose, you would just know less. But you wouldn't know less because you didn't know those things because they weren't true. But it
You would
wouldn't give
believe
you any.
fewer
You wouldn't
things.
gain any information.
Right.
Although
Yeah.
you could deduce some things, like for like binary beliefs and things, you would know.
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
homosexuality is okay. You know, it's
Or
the-
like homosexuality is wrong. Yeah, something like that.
That is the binary. Yes. Congratulations. You hit
it's
both
gross and
sides.
weird, and that makes it immoral. Okay, that's.
Just like incest. So Taylor, what do you think about incest?
I think I need a big button that can erase every false belief.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
I think that we shouldn't do it. I think we shouldn't do it. I think that it's not necessarily wrong on its own, but I think we shouldn't do it. I think anytime that you're doing an incest, you are probably doing something wrong, but it's not the incest that's wrong, okay? I will die on this hill. It's never the incest that's wrong as long as you're not having fucking kids, okay? But that being said, almost every time anyone's doing an incest, they're doing something wrong, okay?
Doing an incest.
Yeah.
A singular incest. Okay.
And
Or
incest.
multiple. If you're doing multiple incests, you're probably doing multiple things wrong.
Would that be some incests?
Doing some incests, okay?
What if the aunt married into the family? I don't think it counts.
Isn't
maybe
that the
porn
same
has
as,
just
like,
destroyed the brains
stepmom?
of Gen Z, but yes, step I think is technically. I think it's a technically valid loophole. It still runs the gross weird thing, but I think that it's a really great metric for tracking the gross weird thing, right? Because like it is technically a valid loophole, and the only thing that makes people like react against it is that. If you're not thinking about that, it still seems weird enough that, oh, that has to be wrong. That has to be wrong. But there's not really, and it's just a little extra push to be like, well, what's automatically wrong about the thing if you're not having kids? But yeah,
Wouldn't that be wrong on the basis of it's an extramarital affair?
no.
Okay.
Listen, I'm a
No,
giga
those aren't
feminist,
wrong,
Okay? It's
okay?
it's only. That's fine. Different types of right and wrong, but I think that plenty of plenty of sexual relations with step family are still wrong on the basis of there's usually other shitty abuse going on. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that was
again,
gonna be
if
my
you're
next
doing
point.
a step incest, you're probably doing something wrong, but it's
Yeah.
not the incest that is the wrong thing that you're doing. But you're still probably doing something wrong. Listen.
There's
Especially
no
if
incest if
one
it's
of the
step
people is
incest.
Yeah. But it is
underage.
still probably sexual abuse or something. Yeah.
Yeah. If someone is underage, it
cases.
is statutory rape regardless.
And we're back on the okay. Where's the card?
Children
for-
can't consent.
Where's the card?
Let's get
for-
off the R word and switch it
Yeah.
over to the other one. That's retard.
Yeah.
It is statutory retardation.
Hold on.
Statutory.
What counts technically? I'm kidding.
Sub 70, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most significant thing you've ever changed your mind about, Onnie? Buffering.
College?
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Oh, I feel like I've asked you this question before.
Good
I
answer.
don't know if.
I
Well,
think it was
okay.
college again.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Talk through your thought process.
that's probably it. So I was pro college at first when I was in college, and then partway through I changed to, hey, this is a bridge to get me through to what I want to do professionally, which was film. And then along that journey, it was like, okay, well, either I can continue my degree until I earn my degree, or I can
We're listening.
just pursue my career and then forego the whole college thing because it's not actually doing what I thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
how I
anytime.
felt about college.
It should be, yeah.
It was a big oof.
And it costs a lot of.
True.
True. Yeah, no, that was actually why I didn't finish my 4-year degree.
Yeah,
and
because
got
it's
a 2-year
fucking
degree instead.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Phil, have you ever had what you would consider to be a spiritual experience? If so, what was it like and what effects did it have on you?
The first time I ever took mushrooms
Nice.
was a spiritual experience, yeah.
Dude, mushrooms are wild, man.
I was on a Boy Scout camp out.
Really? How old
We
were you?
were.
Is this a true story?
I was 16. Yeah.
16?
Yes. Yeah.
Boy Scout camp out,
So last year, no, I'm kidding.
and you did mushrooms.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what your dosage was?
I bought 7 grams and
Okay.
we split it between 3 of us. So
Okay. Yeah.
a little over 2.5, something like that.
Yeah.
A little over
Around
two.
around 2 grams each. Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's a decent trip.
so we were already outside.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Which
it
is
was-
good. That's a good
It
environment.
was.
to
It
do
was a
shrooms
great
in.
environment.
Yeah.
And I remember like coming down, there was this point where I didn't like really realize where I was, who I was, or what I was doing. And it took me a minute to like remember like my name.
Yeah.
I was on a Boy Scout camp out and I just took mushrooms
Yeah.
because for a while I was just like enveloped in like the flowers and the way
Yep.
like petals were folding and changing colors and shit. And it was awesome.
You have some pretty good conversation with trees. If you, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
I've had a couple more off of other stuff, but yeah. It's the most notable one.
Were there any lasting effects off the? Did you come away
the
with
first
any?
one, no. A couple other shroom trips, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. There's one where I like ended up looking at myself in the mirror and like only seeing the imperfections on my skin. It's like only the zits stood out, and it's not like they were crazy, but that's all I saw.
Right.
It's like they were popping out.
Yeah.
And then I woke up the next morning sober, and I remember going to the bathroom, taking a piss. I was washing my hands, looked up, and I remembered that moment from the night before, and I looked at myself, and I was like, oh, it's really, you look fine, and it was like an insecurity like taken care of right there.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't like these cards. I know, right? Onnie, which of your personality traits are you most proud of?
You always ask me that.
Do I?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
do you want a different card?
Yeah, the one that I pointed to.
Given the guarantee that nobody will ask you the question, what is a question you would refuse to answer? You want a different card?
I know what Taylor's is.
Have I
Taylor.
fucked a sibling?
What is your
that
belief on incest and pedophilia?
I'm fine with being asked that question. I'll have the conversation.
I'm
Okay.
just being
Do
an
you love
asshole.
your father?
In what way?
Exactly.
Damn.
Shout out. Yeah. Phil, what was your biggest financial mistake?
And why was it college?
Actually, I never went to college.
Good
so,
for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his biggest financial mistake. No.
Biggest financial mistake.
Those mushrooms.
No, but those contributed. It was any substance I've ever paid for, which is most of them. Yeah.
Fair enough, dude.
I spent like $460 one night. Yeah.
One night. In one night?
In one night, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll get you.
Yep.
On not rent.
Yeah. And that was almost my rent. So, yeah, that's what it is. And gas. To be honest with you.
No, absolutely.
Gas.
Like I could have just been biking
eating.
everywhere. Holy shit. You know?
Uh,
It's insane.
Carpooling is an option. What?
Speaking of which, you still want to go to Empire? Come on.
dude, I'm broke enough this week that I wouldn't be able to chip for gas.
I don't give
and
a
that's where
fuck.
I'm
You
like,
can
if
still
you
come
don't give a
with.
fuck, then
I
I'll
don't give
still
a
come
shit.
with
You can still-
I wanna
I'm
hit as
going
many mics
regardless.
as possible
I'm going
a week.
regardless. Come
Okay,
with.
I'll
Yeah.
go.
Not a
I'll
worry.
absolutely go then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I was being awkward earlier because I was like,
No,
I'm
no.
not going to be able to
You're
pitch
good,
in for
dude.
gas.
Yeah,
And I
let's
like
roll.
to be able to pitch in
You
for
can
gas
cut this
whenever
out
I'm,
of
like,
it. I
fucking-
was just trying to. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm not going to
hop
cut
on.
this out of it.
Come
It's
in.
fine. We're
Come in.
comics. We're broke. We want to go
All
to
of
mics.
us. We're
They're
all
too
broke. I
spread
shouldn't
out.
even be
You
driving
can't
to the
live in the
mic I was
Midwest
talking
without a
about.
car, and it's stupid.
Amen.
Buy our merch.
Free public transportation.
What does the merch say? Do you think incest is wrong? What's your stance on pedophilia?
No, it's just a black T-shirt with white Helvetica text that says black T-shirt, white Helvetica text.
I think it should just say black t-shirt, white man.
Ah,
Thank
No,
you. Thank
that's
you.
your merch line.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'll get you one for your birthday. It'll be fine.
Please.
It's gonna be the
Visit
gayest thing that happens
Public
in our
shop.
I'm gonna
pretty
turn
good
it into
enough
a
merch.
cutoff.
That'll
Douchebaggery.
go all the way in. Phil, have you ever been in an open or polyamorous relationship? If not, would you consider it?
So I never have. I wouldn't consider it. I don't like. So my whole thing with relationships, I'm very desensitized to the whole like, oh, fucking whoever, whatever. And it's not even that I fuck a lot. It's just I have opinions on it. And I think the whole point of a relationship is to be emotionally tied to somebody. And if you're in a relationship with that person, that means you should be sexually tied to them too, because that ties into the emotional aspect.
Yeah.
And so I would never consider a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Not for me, man.
Yeah.
I've been invited into a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
Well.
It was awkward.
Not a fan. You're not in? Did you consider it?
But
No.
did you try it at least?
Did you
I
consider
was
it?
not attracted to the person who invited me.
It's
I was
never-
like,
yeah,
no,
it's never-
I would never be in a relation. I wouldn't be in a monogamous relationship with you, let
Listen,
alone polyamorous.
I have never
Damn.
I've never heard a story about a swingers convention filled with attractive people.
Right, dude? I've
It's-
never seen
It's
a
not that he
porn
wasn't even
about the
attracted.
swingers convention filled with attractive
Yeah,
people. What?
remember on like the porno way back in the day, like before it all went to step, you had like the bang my wife.
And it's
porn
always
things,
an
and it's always-
uglier guy than the guy she's married to.
It's always an uglier guy than the guy
What?
she's married to. Even the just everyone, all the way down to the camera quality. Like it was never the best looking videos in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
And it was just so just yeah.
Gross.
It's a bummer.
I will say the person that asked me was conventionally attractive, but they were a just horrible, horrible person.
okay,
And so
yeah.
I was like, no,
Hold
I
on a
would never
second.
want to be in a relationship with you ever.
Yeah,
Damn.
fair enough.
Well, it happens, you know.
Rip.
That's how I think most women feel about me. Like, well, he's kind of attractive, but wow, he's a terrible person.
Same, but only the second part.
Wow, he's a terrible person. Maybe I should just fuck him instead.
Taylor's just trying to prove that he's not gay.
Yeah, true. I found out last Saturday that the bartender at Apex Ale Works, shout out Friday Open Mic, Sam Hampton and Brock Bristow.
Shout
/
out
Josh
Malcolm
Albert
the
hosting.
bartender.
Yeah, shout out Malcolm the bartender. Not gay, buddy.
I rock with you, bro. That's my
yeah.
dog.
Found out
Yeah.
that guy. I found out Malcolm thinks that I'm gay the other day, so that was fun.
Hey, Malcolm, he is.
It's a common mistake. It's an
Understandable.
easy,
Passing.
common, understandable mistake. I pass really well, dude.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
Especially when he's sucking your dick after an open mic.
you never expect me to tell you I'm not gay afterward.
You never expect him to suck your dick either.
I really need to start asking first.
He really needs to stop sucking dick.
You're really.
This is just
using
your
my
veiled
cash
way of
register.
telling me that I need
Amen.
to be funnier. That's
This
all.
is my way of telling you need to stop being gay. Yep.
Listen, I'm just a cultural gay. I observe the holidays.
Yep.
I subscribe to the philosophy.
What is there, a national
don't
interior
practice.
decorating day or something? Thank you.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, for the record, all of the interior decorating is mine. So
I was
Also
just
true.
talking about gays in general. They love to
I put
decorate
this up.
interiorly.
I put this
Whether
up.
it's a house or an
I bought it.
asshole, they're decorating. Okay.
It's lovely.
it
that's
looks great
sick.
because I bought it for you.
Yeah, well,
It was a housewarming present for your apartment that you got kicked out of.
this is
Wait, why
interesting
did you get
content.
kicked
I
out
didn't
of
get
the
kicked
apartment?
out of my apartment.
Did
Holy
you?
Shit. You need
Explain.
to not exist. Holy
Explain.
fuck. I'm
He
gonna
didn't get kicked
actually
out
go
of his
on a
apartment.
real misogynist tirade.
Do it.
For the amount
Do
of
it.
like horrible content in like small 30-second snippets you've contributed to every podcast I've had that you've been on for all of time. I'm gonna
I've got
kill
sound
myself.
effects. Go on a misogynistic rant.
No, I need Sam Hampton in the room first. Because I need
Why? Because he
backup.
looks like a woman? Shout out Sam Hampton,
Shout out.
androgynous 12-year-old.
It's great. It's a good joke. Keep doing
Yeah.
it.
Spider
either that or
twink.
sell it to Marshall. Marshall Mason.
Yeah, he could use it too. Shout out
it's pretty
Marshall
good.
Mason. Also looks like a lesbian 12-year-old.
It's good. I want Marshall Mason to play Sam Hampton in the biopic and vice versa.
That's wild. Should we direct these biopics?
Yes.
Hey, we're gonna need more ass fucking. Okay. Thank you.
Oh. You'd think the homophobia would make him worse at directing a homosexual sex scene, but no, it makes it better.
It makes it better.
It's because he pushes past the limits of his uncomfortability, and that's how you know it's gold.
Creativity, folks. That's how it works.
Works best under pressure.
It does.
Just like a prostate. Hey, Phil, how easy is it for you to orgasm?
Yo. Honestly,
You've asked this card
genuinely,
of people.
it depends on the day.
Really? Yeah, no, absolutely it does. How many times?
And it depends, am I the one doing it? Is somebody else?
Also true.
And then it depends on the person. If it's me, it takes a while because I don't like myself, but that's a whole different thing.
You're just not that into yourself.
Anyways,
it's just less arousing.
Yeah, so who knows? Depends on the day. Yeah.
Do you jerk off without porn ever?
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Yeah, you got to keep that imagination worked out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're young.
Sometimes I just think of good jokes while I'm doing it. And I'm like, wow, what if I could hold it with two hands?
Yeah.
Oh, there's something there, you know? Yeah.
Let's see. Onnie, what's your opinion of education that teaches men to be more seductive?
It needs to be better.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
These pickup artists actually don't know shit.
Yeah.
My favorite video on the internet is Cinnamon Toast Ken and PewDiePie reacting to a pickup artist boot camp. It's a 30-minute video. I watch it regularly.
It's really sad because the only competent pickup like people that teach that stuff are like sex traffickers, and it's like, God damn it, why did you have
They're
to
like, how do you pick up women? Well, you kidnap them and throw them in a van.
blindfold them? Yeah.
And then don't tell them where you're going and sell them to an oil sheik. That's how you pick up women.
No, you just convince them that they're in love with you and get them to move to Romania and become OnlyFans cam girls.
At Andrew Tate. Hey, come on the pod.
Come on don't come on the pod.
No, please do. I would love to debate stuff.
Have him on your podcast. I
don't have a podcast.
He's not
brother
allowed in
knowing
this
where I
house.
live.
He's not allowed in my house.
What?
Ever since he invited her to be part of a polyamorous relationship.
So you do think he's conventionally attractive?
Surprising similarities between those two, yes.
He's just a horrible person.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Seriously, do you understand? Like, I'm gonna ask some questions here. The whole internet misogyny thing.
Okay.
What is the point? What do you think is the point of that?
It's just externalized. It's just externalized fifis. Okay.
But
Dudes are-
why? Like, I every man is misogynistic inherently. The same way anybody
Sure,
that
yeah.
belongs
Yeah,
to a
absolutely.
single group is inherently going to believe that their group is slightly better, right? Mm-hmm. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, just in-group bias. It's just in-group bias. In-group bias is a natural phenomenon of
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But you have people on the internet like Andrew Tate who try to expand on that and like build it up and gain a following off of like basically blowing out of proportion that in-group bias.
Yeah.
Why do you think they do that?
Because they know they can make money doing it.
But some of them seem like they're so sincere about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Like, what do you think causes the belief that they are that much better than anybody else?
Positive feedback. Are you kidding? Andrew Tate
Feedback
has so many
loops.
fans. Like, it's just that.
But you shouldn't be listening to 12-year-olds telling you that you're correct.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
Or
and he's
incels,
not.
'cause it's a lot of
listening to-
incels, too.
Yeah, and a lot of like older. He probably has a lot. Dude gets. If anybody got like 100 plus emails a day from people saying, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're saying what you're saying. No one's saying this. It's so true. I'm so happy that you're doing what you're doing." I'm pretty sure, even though all of us know that you shouldn't listen to that, at the point that it actually happens, just like in-group bias is a natural phenomenon in the brain, I think that there's just natural mechanisms in the brain that when you get that much positive feedback on an action, that action's gonna get reinforced.
It's validated to an extent that you truly believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
That
that
makes
that's
sense.
to an extent that gets beyond conscious control. Even if you know better, there's limits to
See, but I think the people that preach it that hard don't know better, which is insane because it's like, what were you doing to make you believe that? You know, like I get it. Like with Andrew Tate as an example, it's like he's a famous.
Well, also for Andrew
kickboxer.
Tate, it was his way out of poverty too. Because like at the same time, even when he was a famous kickboxer, he wasn't really making a lot of money off of his
true,
kickboxing.
yeah.
And what he started making money off of
Was the
pimping
sexism,
cam girls and internet notoriety once he got it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it was just how he was eating. And,
Yeah.
and it went from how he was eating to how he was suddenly in a class above so many layers of classes in the system that he was in. And at that point, you don't want to go back. Like,
No.
especially when you have lived in actual poverty, when you're actually doing everything that you can just to make enough money to eat. And then you get to a point where you don't have to worry about anything ever. And there are people worshiping you.
Yep.
And you're just going to get locked
So
into
the real
whatever
problem,
gave you that.
the real problem is you retards that are worshiping him.
Yeah.
That you're the problem.
You're a massive contributor to it. But
It's
also,
dumbasses.
Tate should kill himself. But
If I got
Absolutely.
100 validating emails every day, I would unironically want to kill myself.
Really?
Like, yeah, okay, so
I doubt it. Bold statement.
I don't like it when people agree with everything I say.
What if they don't? But that's where. Okay, listen. Here's where. If that's all that was in your inbox, sure. But the problem is, it's not all of this in the people's inbox.
That's true.
Because they also have people
I'm
that are
getting
shouting against them.
dissenting, yeah.
You have enemies and you have allies, and the allies really love you, and the enemies really don't like you, and that also is going
That's
to play
true.
into so
you want to
much
lean.
human
You want to
nature.
lean towards the positivity.
Yeah.
And you
if
wanna
I'm
listen to the
getting
validation.
dissenting commentary, then yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I you mentioned that, and I thought of a date that I had earlier this year, and the person that I was on a date with, just everything that came out of my mouth was, "Oh, you're so right. Wow, I've never heard anyone have that opinion. You're so unique and creative." And it was just, it was sickening.
What
I
a
was like, I can't deal with this level
Forgetful
of
gentleman.
validation.
Full general. He just doesn't remember conversations. He's just never heard anything before.
That's where I was going. Yeah.
I like it. No.
But yeah, no, I was like, I need you to disagree with me on something, please. Disagree with me because right
Should've
now
been
you're
like,
just
"Oh,
creepy.
no doesn't always mean no. And
What
then
if-
just like,
What if the only thing it disagrees with you on is incest? It's like it
was
should
me.
be. It should
was
be
me.
right.
I have not been on a date with Taylor this year, okay?
I was gonna say I don't think Taylor would agree with anybody on everything.
That's
I
true.
think even if Taylor did agree, he'd be like, "How can I challenge this bitch to think differently?"
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
It is true.
He'll agree with you on something and be like, well, let me play devil's advocate here. I don't agree with this,
listen,
but
actually,
I 98% agree with the normal person's incest takes. Okay, listen, I don't
but the
do the
2%
incest.
of him wants to fuck his sister. Thank you.
Shout out to my two actual sisters. I don't want to fuck you. Okay?
Shout out to Taylor's sisters.
Listen.
I do.
I believe that. That's why you never met
biological
them. Okay?
or adopted?
That tells
Both.
me you're so confident
Yeah, that's
in
the
my
thing.
ability to pull. You don't want me to meet your sisters. Thank you, Taylor. That says a lot.
No, I just really don't believe in my sisters. Okay.
Shout out Taylor's sisters.
I love you both.
Apparently he doesn't.
Yeah. Conditionally.
Neither of us love you in a sexual way, but that's okay.
But I might. Thank you.
If the only thing that you were able to do on your phone with other people was play either chess or checkers, which would you choose?
Chess.
Chess every time.
100%. Because checkers is boring. Chess actually is stimulating, and it makes me think. And I'm bad at it, but it still makes me think. And I like to do things like physical activities that make me think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who would choose checkers?
People who can't play chess.
Pussies.
Learn.
Hey, some of them are learning. Okay,
That's good.
Some people.
Like,
learn.
even if you're bad at chess, it's still a better game.
Yeah.
That's like all those memes you see. They're like men talking about manipulating women or vice versa.
Yeah.
And either the guy or the woman will be like, "It's chess, not checkers." I doubt most of them have ever played chess. But they have all played checkers.
I
That's
want to pick up artistry guy who's like, his shtick is it's not chess, it's checkers, and then just like
Listen,
trying
women-
to.
I could do that right now.
That's
King
what's
me.
Women
wrong
are
with all of
simple.
them.
It's checkers, not chess.
Are women simple, though?
No, I was doing an impression, but yes.
He's doing an impression of Sam Hampton.
Well, anyway,
that fell flat.
I'm
Okay,
not
whatever.
dating a woman named Phil. So We love you, Sam Hampton.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam and Sam. On that note, Phil, what was your most disappointing sexual experience? If you say my sister, you will have to make a public apology video, okay?
So I was at this playground. No, oh man, probably, so disappointing for me or disappointing for her?
Oh, either way, dude. Whichever story you want to tell.
I'm going to give you both. There was one time I was with this girl, and the first time I hadn't had a condom that fit right. That was when I wore condoms. And so this time it did fit right, and I would honestly guesstimate about 45 seconds of activity.
Damn.
And then I genuinely remember like being asked, "Did you just come?" Like the most offensive manner ever.
Oh, no.
And I was like, "What? No. Yes." You know?
Yeah.
And then I still made her pay for her own Taco Bell. So that was the most disappointing for her, I'd say. And then
Would you have paid for it if she had like ignored
No.
if she had like been
no.
all along she was paying for her own
she was
Taco
gonna
Bell.
pay for her own Taco Bell.
Gotcha.
It's not my problem.
Yeah.
Did she know she was gonna pay for her own Taco Bell?
I don't know, but she did. Okay.
He didn't tell her he was gonna pay for it.
I was in there. I was like, "You're gonna pay for your own Taco Bell."
Yeah.
No. And then for me, there's been a few. I don't know, man.
Feels hard to please.
No, it's not even that. I feel like it's just like when you're with somebody who is not as getting as into it as you are.
Yeah.
It just feels like there's not as much like there's not going to be as much going on there. You
True.
know?
True.
It's like even you're with somebody just like they just seem like they're not enjoying themselves as much as you are. It's just not. You're like, oh, why am I even putting this much work in anyways? You know, and then it's just fucking no specifics, but
Yeah.
there are names.
Redacted.
Do you think what statistical likelihood that any of those people will ever see this episode of the podcast?
None. There's no
Gotcha.
statistical likelihood.
Because he murdered them.
I killed all of those
They're
bitches.
little baggies.
I will kill more.
Yeah. Not if we edit your brain.
Disclaimer, I'm not a serial killer.
Said every serial killer.
He only kills serially.
Like Lucky Charms.
He
and
does it
stuff.
ironically. He's not serious about it. He's like, oh, here I go killing.
Serially?
An ironic murderer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a homeless man. What if I killed him? Yeah.
Okay, Onnie, if you could magically cause a neutral nude photo of every human to be published publicly on the internet every year on their birthday, would you?
My answer is still no.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Are you kidding? That would be hilarious. That would be awesome, and I would be watching the calendar for Margot Robbie's birthday every year. Okay.
That's why.
That's
Okay, but outside of Margot Robbie, it would just be funny, you know? Right?
yeah.
Like, come on, like,
I think it'd do a lot of good for society. I think that it would even desensitize. I think that there would be less. I think there would be fewer people year over year who were obsessively waiting for Margot Robbie's birthday. I think that year over year that number would go down.
I think it would desensitize casual nudity, and I think
Yeah.
that's essential.
Destigmatize.
Yeah. Well, you know,
No,
it's,
desensitize it.
regardless, it's de-something-izing it. And, you know, it's... I think that, you know, if all of
De-icing
us
it.
saw each other naked once a year, everyone would give a little less of a fuck about seeing people naked. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to catch up to Europe, man. Okay.
Amen, dude.
Do we?
Yes.
Yes.
Phil, would you rather fuck your girlfriend who is inhabiting your mother's body, or your mother
Oh
who is
my
inhabiting your girlfriend's body?
There's no right answer. to
There
this
is no
one.
right
That's why I
answer.
hate, because I've heard this
It's
before.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's just something your friends ask you when you're like 14.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Psychic or
"What?"
physical incest?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, man. You know, I'd rather do the mom inhabiting my girlfriend's body.
Gotcha,
A, I don't want to look at my mom. B, you know, there's pillows.
Think of the children.
There's pillows for a reason. I don't have to listen. You know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like kill her.
No,
Okay.
no, that's messed up, man.
Okay.
He didn't say it wouldn't be
Yeah.
satisfying.
Remember, I only kill ironically.
Yeah.
So. Ironic Ted Bundy. Well, I'm not gay, but let's. What if I was ironically? I'll kill you.
I didn't know Ted Bundy was gay.
Do
I'm
you know
thinking
how
of Jeffrey
irony
Dahmer.
works?
I'm thinking of Jay. No, I don't. No, it has something to do with blacksmithing. Thank you.
Onnie, what kind of people do you get along best with? You could have just said comics.
Buffering.
That's false.
You don't get along with comics?
Not best.
Okay, not best. Who do you
Probably
get along
actors.
best with? Actors. That's the most toxic answer I've ever heard. in
It
that
probably is,
question.
but I do.
Yeah.
I get along with actors pretty good.
Do you, or are they just pretending that you get along with them?
You know what? If they're pretending that we get along, we still get along. And
Wow.
at the end of
Wow.
the day,
Listen,
it's
Wow.
still getting along. Okay.
Taylor and I both have opinions.
we've
right?
got what
You do yours first. I want to make sure mine's not offensive.
I don't know. I don't know if I have actual opinions on it. I don't think that one, you're wrong.
There we go.
I do think
Thank you.
that one, you're wrong, and
Thank you.
two, I don't know. Listen, if someone's pretending to orgasm, they're not actually orgasming.
Have
okay?
you
There's
ever seen me
there's
not get along with an actor though?
I've never seen you interact with an actor.
That's not true.
That is true.
You've seen me with Katie Force.
Listen,
Let's not name any names here, guys. But
Shout
me
out
and
Katie Force, my BFF, who is an actor, and she's amazing.
look her up on
Just-
IMDb and see if I'm wrong. No,
But
I'm
me
kidding.
and Chris
I'm kidding.
Evans
You're an
sucked each
actor.
other's dicks, and he faked an orgasm. And I still believe to this day that it doesn't count. To prove both their points. Thank you.
Oh, shout out Chris Evans. You had a
Shout
good
out
cameo
Chris
and
Evans.
Don't Look Up.
Hop on the pod.
Also, Don't Look Up is the name of the sex tape where Phil Andrews is blowing Chris Evans.
I wanted to look up. That's all I wanted to do.
Chris kept telling him not to.
Yeah, well, you know.
He's like, no eye contact.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
was
how it doesn't
crazy
count for
he
Chris.
just came out of a block of ice for like 70 years,
Well,
and
he
he'd never
pretended
had
to
his
come.
dick sucked, and then
He pretended to come out of a block
well,
of ice.
you know, yeah, there was no cum.
Do you ever have someone who's into ice play?
No, but I've been interested in it.
Really?
Yeah,
It's not worth
I
it.
was waiting for the right girl to be like, "Hey, you mind if I put ice cubes on your nipples?"
Listen,
You
listen.
know?
Everything melts, and water is not an effective lube. Okay, weirdly, water is not the greatest lube.
No, I know.
It's
Yeah.
it just
Especially ice water.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
man.
Yeah,
It's odd.
yeah. Because like if you pour it on your dick, it just doesn't do the job. You know? I don't know.
Also,
from
shampoo.
personal-
Don't do it, people.
Yeah, don't. But conditioner, do it. Yeah. 13 in 1, don't do it. No.
You could just Kyle Cumberland out if you want, but
Yeah,
but-
are you
you can pitch in.
uncomfortable?
Does she look uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable isn't the right word.
Oh well, if she's not uncomfortable, then we can keep going.
And as long as you're not offended, because we do everything to not offend people on Taylor's podcast.
Offended is not the right
Wait,
word.
that's a rule.
Wonderful.
We don't do everything to not offend.
No,
people
we
on
do,
our podcast.
Taylor.
Do we? Why?
Just agree so that
That's
way we
not-
can get sponsors. This episode brought to you by
Ask Hole. www.askhole.io.
Whose hole am I asking?
Oh Jesus, I can't. The mirror. My brain has been killed by selfie cameras that
Yeah.
like do the mirror effect so
Yeah.
that you can. That's awful. Have you ever tried to like take a picture of yourself with not a mirrored camera?
Yes, and my face looks so very lopsided.
Yeah,
it's
it's so
disgusting. And
crazy.
it makes me wonder, do I look like this to everybody? And
No, because
then
they only yeah.
then I'm like, damn, does everybody tilt their head a little bit to look at me so that I look like head on, you know? Yeah. It's one of the very many questions I ask myself.
When you
on a
take dick pics,
day-to-day.
is it selfie camera or front camera?
I use the front camera.
Front camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't take dick pics.
Me
So,
either.
but if I did, I would use the front camera. with
Isn't
certain
selfie
filters.
camera and front camera the same thing?
No.
No,
Selfie camera is
you might be right.
yeah.
You're probably right.
Fuck.
He knew
All
what
right.
I meant. We were on the same wavelength.
We can't have women proving us wrong. Get out of here.
Do you use the one in the front or the one that's there with the screen?
It's Phil's turn for a misogynist tirade.
Amen. This is why they shouldn't be allowed on the road.
Because Kyle Cumberland might hit them.
Well, there's that, but I was also thinking.
I just gotta keep.
Thank you. They don't deserve rights. Oh no.
Well, no one deserves rights. We just have to all agree. We just have to all agree that we get them.
The audience agrees.
Yeah.
That's good. What else does the audience agree to? The audience might agree that it's for their own good. They shouldn't be allowed on the road because they get hurt on those accidents too. Oh my gosh, they agree. Let's see what else. Say something disgusting, Taylor. Thank you,
that's the thing.
Taylor.
I almost exclusively say disgusting things, but the minute that I have to say something disgusting,
Yeah, you could have just gone with priests probably shouldn't be raping those kids, but yeah.
Your authority defiance
is it
disorder
gross
kicks
to say
in.
that priests shouldn't? True, shouldn't. Is it gross to say that priests shouldn't rape kids?
I was
That's not
thinking like a gross subject.
gross
a
subject.
Statement,
Oh,
but make a
okay. Say something
statement.
gross.
Do it. Say something offensive.
Say something offensive.
Say the M word. Hold on, who said that?
Holy
Onnie?
shit! I'm so glad
TOS.
that the N-word discourse in the open mic circuit is not actually breaching use of the N-word this time around. You notice how like people are talking? We're seeing more sets where people talk about the N-word now.
Yeah, and that
circling
should
back
be
around.
allowed.
You weren't
Yes.
around. Okay, so you weren't around for this.
wasn't.
In last spring. There was a similar swell of sets revolving around the N-word, except people were actually saying it. And it
Like
was
white people?
okay, yeah, man.
That shouldn't be allowed into a
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah, man. Some. Listen, anti-censorship, but but listen.
But some things
Let's
should be
not.
censored.
Yeah, and some things you just shouldn't say into a microphone
Yeah.
as a white guy. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
And I've probably said a lot of them in the last hour and a half.
Or a white woman.
Not the N word.
Yeah, I feel like white people get to say retarded.
I know.
That's our
it.
thing.
Yeah.
You've
dude.
said N-word quite a few times.
But I didn't. You know what?
Yeah, but he didn't say the N-word.
You got me.
He said the N-word.
He's Michael Blanking. He's not John Cannoling. Okay.
Shout out Michael Blank, good friend of the show.
Shout out
I
Michael
love
Blank.
Michael Blank.
I wish I had heard his Murph set because we talked about it last week, and then I heard ostensibly the jokes that he was doing last Saturday throughout this week, and I don't know. I laughed. It was fine.
Dude, you can find it on his YouTube.
Really, it's on his YouTube.
so
YouTube.
I
Okay,
like his
that's the-
vlogs a lot actually because
I
the
don't
way
follow
he
him.
does
I need to
them is
subscribe to
it'll
his
be
YouTube.
like named after an open mic.
Yeah.
So Apex open mic, Murph's open mic. And then he does like a 5 minutes of it where it's just him sitting there reading the jokes off as he wrote them. The jokes he's going to do that night.
That's really cool.
And then he skips over to like the drive to the mic and then his actual set at
Do you know
the
his
mic.
channel name?
Yeah, it's just Michael Blank.
Let's shout it out. Yeah. Everybody go subscribe
here, I'll find it
to
real
Michael
quick.
Blank on
Hold on.
YouTube.
Yeah, I've got some guest appearances on those.
Nice.
You know? Little
We all
30-second
do.
snippets. Well, you know what, Onnie? Stop trying to take away from my fame.
I
Okay.
doubt that I'm in.
Yeah, it's just
listen.
so it's just Michael Blank, but Blank is BLANCK. Go subscribe.
Yeah, go subscribe. Come on the show, Michael.
Me and Taylor are. That means you should be too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
see?
This is content.
Hell yeah.
Subscribing to another YouTube channel.
Yeah,
on
we gotta
your
give
own
props
YouTube
to the
channel.
locals, man. Speaking of which, shout out Andrew Yankee.
He's been shouted out a
Well,
lot.
I did it
He
again.
really has been. We gotta shout him out less. Can
You
you,
know
can
what? 999
Shout
grams
in.
of cocaine.
Shout
okay?
in. 1 kilogram of cocaine?
Or 1 kilo.
A single key of blow. That should be his. That should
That's
be
his YouTube
Instagram.
channel.
A single key of blow.
A single
That'd
key
be
of
awesome.
blow me. Okay, listen.
Oh. We know he comes when he eats pussy. Did you know this?
Yeah. He's probably have you okay? The only more cringe thing for like when people are talking about like sex and things. I love you, Andrew, but and I haven't heard Andrew do the more cringe thing. Have you heard like the people that'll talk about? Oh, I can't come from head. Okay, man, I just can't. It just doesn't. You gotta come in the pussy.
Yeah,
okay,
they
man?
just need to
You
try
need
harder.
Yeah.
Because I thought
Well, and
I
also-
used to think the same thing. Then I actually put a little effort into
Yeah.
it, and turns out, fellas, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It's
also
not
like,
that hard.
Yeah.
All right. Make
And
her
also-
feel good
Yeah.
about herself.
And also, you never hear the people that talk about this. You never hear them having those conversations if there's no girls around. Okay, so like what they're doing is they're just trying to.
No,
like,
I've said that
They're
to
just
just
trying to get
homies
blown. Okay,
before.
well then I don't hate you. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
it's just.
I thought you hated me all the way up until this moment after an hour and a half being on your podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good. Oh, it's 420.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Want to
Is it-
spark up?
You got. I don't. We can't spark up.
You're right.
What-
It's
what
illegal
time
here.
is
We
it?
don't do
I've got
that.
a-
Taylor, what time is it?
I've got a roommate. 420.
Never forget.
Never forget. And the if you got a vape on you, I don't got anything on me, but we could celebrate 420, but I'm sure that's just nicotine, but I'll take a
Blow into a
I'll take it.
microphone.
I'll pretend. Listen, it's good. We should probably outro here though, because we're hitting our second hour mark,
Hooray.
and we run a tight ship at Pretty Good Enough Studios. Okay, guys.
He
No,
does.
he
It's
doesn't.
true. He frisked me when I walked in, and he especially checked the balls.
I made sure that ship was tight. Okay.
It wasn't.
We run a taint ship here at Pretty Good Enough Studios.
And the taints are getting smaller. There's microplastics in your water.
Okay, you want an outro, Phil? Just sum up your experiences on the podcast. Tell the listeners anything that they need to know.
right.
Shout out anything you want to subscribe to, and just like say
Sounds
goodbye
good.
over the next 30 seconds to
All
2
right.
minutes.
Thanks for tuning into the podcast. Subscribe to my Instagram at whiteboyphil37 and my TikTok at whiteboyphil420. It was a phenomenal experience here. Taylor Schwilling does not support incest or pedophilia in any sense, but he is a raging homophobe. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
My name is still Onnie Mariski. I've been on the show a few times. Instagram at Mariski912. Facebook, YouTube, Onnie Mariski. Shout out our merch shop at T Public storefront. Pretty good enough merch. Go
Wait,
buy
does
a
that
t-shirt.
exist?
It's existed for so many months, Taylor.
Oh God.
It
You need to-
exists.
You need to start linking it to your channel.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Phil said good night, everyone. But I don't know. This is gonna be so edited. I don't want to edit. I don't want to edit. This is
No
this is-
edits.
This is a nightmare.
This is an
Do it, no
edit-free
edits.
We don't even
show.
have a. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we're probably gonna do it. No edits. It's fine. Okay, whatever. Fucking kill yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, kill yourselves.
it's-
There's bugs in your skin. Rip it off. Rip it off. Rip it off. All right, I've been Phil.
Nightmare. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was fun as fuck.